guys, I'm Danny Johnson, CEO at TPP, The Positive Porpoise.
I'm Jason Miller from Fins Up SoCal Fan Club.
I'm Scott Howell from Atlanta Dolphin Club.
Mark Angelo, NorCal Dolphin Club.
And you're listening to Clock Blockers, Miami fans' #1 morning show.
Run it, 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 run it.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning, good morning, good morning on this beautiful Wild 'N Out Mortal Kombat Wednesday, right here on the #1 Miami fan morning show. I'm talking about Clock Blockers right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. What is going on, everybody? Super excited to be hanging out with you all this morning. Want to say good morning to my Finlaws and my family. Who's up in here this morning? Let's see here. Who do I got? I got Chef Jew. I got Bob Young. I got Pamela Carnes. What is up, Pam? How are you, Miss Lady Ma'am? How are you? Auto Sexy. Blake McDonald. Old McDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-Ow. All right, yeah, what's up, Blake? How are you, man? Trucker Sean is in the building. What's up, Trucker Sean? How are you, brother? Let's see. Who else we got up in here? Is that all we got this morning? Corey Walker. Shake Money's in here this morning. Freddie. What's up, Freddie C? Saludos to you, good sir. How are you? I think that's it. I think that's all we got this morning. Marino's Goat. Hello, Marino's Goat. What's going on, everybody? How are you? Hey, if you haven't followed me, Mick Goat Viloa, hello, how are you? Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at Stephen D. SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. Make sure you all see this. Shake Money said, ready for the trash list. Yeah, but you're here for my trash list, Shake. I love you, Shake. You're the man, brother. Make sure you follow Miami Sports Music on all social media platforms at Miami Sports Music, at MIA Sports Music. Make sure you guys follow that too. Yeah. Hey, when you guys come on in, make sure you hit the like button. Give us the thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel. Can you subscribe to the channel? Come on. Subscribe. Let us know. Let us know that you're here, that you support. And also, hey, look, if you want to sign up now and become a member today, there are plenty of seats at the table waiting for you. We would love to see you come up and become a member today. Welcome to the family, as we put it. Hey, look, you also can help the channel grow by donating. There's a few different ways you all can do this. First different way is when we're live on YouTube, you can use that $sign down at the bottom of the chat in the box. You guys can click that. It's called a YouTube Live Super Chat or Super Sticker. If you guys click that, you guys can donate to the channel by that way. Or you guys can also use Cash App, which is $MSM Podcast Network, or use this QR code right here. Or PayPal, MSM Podcast Network, and use this QR code right here. Okay? Donate to the channel. It goes such a long way into helping the channel grow, and your donations are greatly appreciated. We love them. We love them from the fact that it helps us grow and helps us do what we want to do. We had one of the best months we've had in a long time last month, so I want to thank everybody who donated last month. Let's break last month's record by having a really big month this month. So thank you to all of you for doing that. Want to give a big shout out to our sponsor of the show, Tail Greeter. Just because football season is over doesn't mean the tailgate doesn't stop. You can download the app today on your current Apple or Android device and follow Tail Greeter wherever Tail Greeter is on social media platforms at TAILGREETER. Make sure you also follow ZSM Sports. Zachary over at ZSM Sports is absolutely amazing. You can follow him on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Make sure you go follow ZSM Sports today for all your sports memorabilia needs. He is the man. He's got a lot of stuff going on. And we got some cool stuff coming back this month to do some giveaways later on in the month. So make sure you guys be on the lookout for that. All right. Today we got the NFL quarterback rankings 15 through 11. We'll get into that in a little bit, but let me just finish up who's in here. Let's see. Is Tail Greeter hosting a tailgate in the NBA Finals? I don't know, Eric. God, Celtics fans are the worst, bro. The worst. Guys, get Eric on out of here. Get Eric on out of here. No, we love Eric. Eric's the man. We don't like that he's a Celtics fan, but he's the man. Nonetheless. This is funny. I was talking to another YouTuber yesterday, and we were talking about, these next couple of months coming up before football season, and how they're going to be slow for certain things, and being able to do certain stuff when it comes to, providing content or doing things, and you got to, nitpick and find things and find stuff to talk about. And, he was right with that. It's very interesting when you start getting into this time of year, because now basketball season's pretty much over. Golden State's going to, sweep Boston, or winning at minimum, maximum 5. So that's over. Hockey's pretty much, there's still a little bit to do. Rangers made the Eastern Conference Finals, but, who's really talking hockey anymore, especially in South Florida? And, the Marlins, they're not in the playoff hunt just yet. And even it's June 1st, right? What is June 1st? Somebody's birthday is today. I wonder whose birthday is it today? Is it the Honorable Solo D's birthday today? I think it might be the Honorable Solo D's birthday today. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The founder of Miami Sports Music, the original Miami Sports Music, my brother from another mother. Yeah, that's right. His birthday's today, June 1st. Happy birthday to the Honorable Solo D. Make sure you guys tweet him, and just bombard his message box today, letting him know happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Solo. Maybe we'll get Solo on a little bit later. I did invite him this morning, but, Solo's kind of a big deal. He's got so much stuff to do. Trucker Sean said, my wife and my ex-wife's birthday. Woo! Now, are they the same person, Trucker Sean? That's the question. Call my phone because it didn't seem to work the other night after Game 7. Only worked after Games 1, 3, and 6. LOL. You're right, Eric. You are 100% right. That's a great question. Is Tail Greeters at the Eastern Conference Finals? Let's go Lightning. See? You said, no, that's real. All right, wow. You know how to pick them there, Trucker Sean. I'm just messing with you. Happy birthday to your wife and your ex-wife. And Solo D. That's funny. That is too funny. It's funny, we have to figure out, okay, what are the things that we can talk about? And, one of the things that I wanted to do was this list. And so when this list came out, this is the list all the way up till today, and we'll release here in a few minutes the list. I thought it was really interesting because it gave me something to talk about, gave people something to go back and forth about. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to talk about this for a while. Make sure you hit the like button when you guys come in here. So if you're ready to see number 15 through 11, get ready for it. Get ready for it because it's about to come. It's about to come. What did Shake Money say? It's my girlfriend's today. Have to wait till tomorrow 5 to go to work this morning so I could call her and wish her happy birthday. Level 2 Noob said, did we trade for Baker Mayfield yet? No, not yet, Level 2 Noob. We haven't done that yet. Lewis A says, happy birthday, Solo D. That's right, Solo D. That guy. Whoever that guy is. Whoever that Solo D's guy is, his birthday's today. Happy birthday, Solo D. All right, y'all ready? This is 30 through 16, and today we are going to release 5 more names in 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Number 15, Jimmy Garoppolo. Number 14, Kyler Murray. Number 13, Kirk Cousins. Number 12, Justin Herbert. And number 11, Russell Wilson. That's right. So, if you notice the 3 people that are in front of Tua, And by the way, yesterday, the couple people that came on guessed Jimmy Garoppolo correctly. You guys were right. I would say that if you look at the three people that are in front of Tua, Jared Goff, Matt Ryan, Jimmy Garoppolo, have all been to Super Bowls. Now, when I originally did this list, I had Tua at 15, and everybody else moved down for the most part. I actually had Tua at 15, Tannehill at 16, Matt Ryan, and then Jimmy Garoppolo. And so, it's I moved it around for this reason. Again, I go back to Matt Ryan, Jared Goff, Matt Ryan, and Jimmy Garoppolo have been to Super Bowls. And I didn't feel that I could put Tua above those guys because of that, their past accomplishments. I do think at the end of the day that Tua has the potential, or when the season is all said and done, will overtake them by far and away. But I could not see him putting him past 15. And I personally, I understand people's want, and I'll get to the 15 for, 14, Jamison Winston or Trevor Lawrence, or even Ryan Tannehill to a certain extent over Tua. But I mean, I personally wouldn't take Tua, Tannehill over Tua. So let's start with 15, Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo to me is a very interesting case because, I don't know what San Francisco is going to do moving forward. Trey Lance is a guy that they drafted very high, but he can't seem to stay healthy. And even when he was, it did not seem, in my opinion, that they were leaning towards him. They tried him. They moved him in there. But I felt like Jimmy Garoppolo, it was still his job to lose when it was all said and done. That's my personal opinion of it. So, and if I look at, Goff, Matt Ryan, and Garoppolo, Matt Ryan, there's still a question mark on him. And we know that Jimmy Garoppolo works well in his current team and scheme in San Fran. And his past accomplishments are there. So I would say that right now, he's in a better position, just a little bit edging out Matt Ryan. So that's why Garoppolo's at 15. Kyler Murray's at 14. Kyler Murray's very interesting because, he's the number one overall pick for Arizona. He has a lot of things that are great about him. But, it's up in the air what's going to happen in Arizona right now. I'm not sold all the way on Arizona's GM in front office. I don't know what they're doing with Kyler Murray. That contract negotiation is a big question mark. But you can't deny Kyler's talent. And when Kyler's on, he's one of the best quarterbacks, most fun quarterbacks. How about that? He's one of the most fun quarterbacks in the league to watch when he's on. So he's got to stay healthy, and he's got to stay up in there, and that's the big thing for Kyler. Kirk Cousins is an air-it-out kind of quarterback. There's a reason that every year in, year out, he's always asked, do you make him the future of your team? But he still stays a starter all the way back to his days in Washington. He's still there. He's always moving forward. He's always, getting that big. I want to say he's playing. Was it last year or this year? He's paying for something ridiculous, like $30 million. So, Kirk gets the money, and there's a reason for it. I'm not saying he's worth every penny that he gets paid, but he produces. And you go back and you look at his career numbers, Kirk Cousins is there year in and year out. Number 12 is Justin Herbert. I do have Justin a lot higher on this list because, look, man, he didn't have much his rookie year. He aired it out. There's a lot of good things to like about Justin Herbert. And if I'm looking at, where the, hindsight being 2020, Justin Herbert's got a very big projected future ceiling. There's just a lot to like about the kid. He sits in the pocket well. He airs it out. He's got a strong arm. His accuracy is pretty good. There's not a lot to hate about Justin Herbert. And the reality is, look, he's always going to be compared to Tua at the end of the day. But, I understand that. But the Chargers are just they're set up for success right now. There's a lot to like about them. There is a lot to like about them. So we'll have to see that going on there. Okay, number 11 is Russell Wilson. I could not let Russell Wilson drop any lower than 11. And I couldn't quite put him in the top 10 yet. And here's why. Russell Wilson is in Denver. And if I'm honest with myself, I have to think that, with the exception of Peyton Manning, since John Elway has taken over that team, he hasn't had a good history with quarterbacks there. And I don't know if Russell's the answer. I'm not saying he is or he isn't. My gut is telling me that he's going to fail in Denver. I hope I'm wrong. I like Russell Wilson. I like Russell Wilson a lot. But I don't know. Something tells me deep down inside, and it's a gut feeling. It's nothing more than a gut feeling, that last year was the beginning of the end for him. That he was on the downside of his career. And that's just my gut feeling about Russell. And that's why I couldn't put him in the top 10, because I don't know his projected future ceiling. Now, I could be wrong. Denver could go out, have a great season, and Russell could have a comeback season. And by the way, I said Matt Ryan could be comeback player of the year. Russell Wilson could also be comeback player of the year. Those two guys look out to be comeback players of the year. But my gut is telling me that Denver doesn't do well and Russell is at the end of his career. Now, you might disagree with me with this, but again, I think this is a very fair list. If you're going to change somebody, I don't think you're changing anybody more than 5 spots one way or backwards or forwards. More than 5. Up to 5 at the most, Jamison Winston, I understand. Again, I'll go back to the people want to move him. I understand people think Jared Goff is way too high at 17. You're probably on the money with that. I mean, you could easily move him back to 21 or 22, and move everybody else up. But then I'm moving Tua up, So, I think that Paul Glover says, come back from playing poorly last year. That doesn't make you comeback player of the year. Normally it doesn't, but I mean, I was going through the league and saying who is eligible for comeback player of the year this year. So I looked at players with injuries, and I looked at players with new teams that had down seasons last year. And, Matt Ryan is somebody who I think is going to work. You got to think he's in a new team this year. Russell Wilson's in a new team. Those two guys are set up for success to be comeback players of the year this year. They really are. Marcus Mariota is too. Now, I don't think Atlanta's going to do anything. But that's kind of where I'm, been at. Rick Spar says Russell Wilson is going to kill it in Denver. I have nothing more to go on that, Rick, than a gut feeling that he's going to fail there. And it's based on the play that I saw last year in Seattle and how I felt, with the exception of Peyton Manning, they've not had good success at quarterback there. And I think they gave up a lot to get him. So that's just kind of my feeling there. The Kirk Cousins disrespect. You think I should have had Kirk Cousins, great one, DeVore, higher? I mean, I think having him at 13 is very fair. Okay, maybe you put him at 12. Again, if you're going to nitpick off of 1, 2, or 3 spots, we're not nitpicking about much, because I said 20 through 11 could easily be switched around in many different ways. But I don't think Kirk Cousins, by the way, is a top 10 quarterback by any stretch of the imagination. Let's see here. What else you got? Noah, comeback player of the year. No. Let's see here. Jimmy G is the most underrated quarterback. Shake Money says. Jimmy G, look, I don't think Trey Lance starts this year in San Francisco, Shake Money. I could be totally wrong about that. But I think that San Fran's going to keep sticking with Jimmy G. I do. I think they will keep sticking with him. Let's see here. Paul Glover says Marcus Mariota could definitely win it, even if he's just in the top 24 stat-wise. 100%. I have that same feeling. I keep saying people think he's going to turn them around to be contenders, and I don't believe it. You're talking about Russell, Von 954? Yeah. I'm trying to go back through and read some of your comments. So if you have something, Jimmy G underrated the drug, sir. I'm here to compensate them. Word of mouth says Kyler Murray behind Kirk Cousins. WTF? Okay, so if let me ask you, word of mouth, if I switch those two guys around at 13 and 14, are you okay with that? Because we're talking one spot. You know, we're talking one spot. Kirk Cousins plays year in and year out. Like his best ability is availability. Even after the 49ers said Trey Lance is the starter for the 20, they have, until I see it concrete slick, I'm not believing it. Where you have Jimmy G is good. I'm just saying Jimmy G's not trash. He's not in any way, shape, or form. Wilson has too many accomplishments to be ranked so low. Okay, well, I mean, think about the people that I have not named yet in the top 10. Right? Like, think about that. You got to remember, it's not just past accomplishments, California. It's their current team and scheme. And there's a lot of question marks in Denver, California. Are you willing to bet the farm that Russell Wilson is the top 10 quarterback in Denver? You haven't seen what they're going to do yet. Is his projected future ceiling high being in Denver? Are they going to be Super Bowl contenders? You got to remember, they're in the AFC West. They're in the toughest division of all of football. I'm not willing to put Russell Wilson in the top 10. I'm just not. Tannehill is better than Jimmy G, Marty Woodley said. Disagree. As of today, right now, I would rather have Jimmy Garoppolo over Ryan Tannehill. 115%. Word about facts, bro. If he was in Miami, Steven would rank him in the top 5. Who are you talking about? Word of mouth. Are you talking about Russell? Word of mouth? Kyler can't stay healthy. Cut it out. That's why I have Kyler at 14. You have Dak Prescott pretty damn high. Well, look, swear jar for me because I read it. Okay, let me go back to the list. I don't think I do. Didn't he just win MVP or was up for the MVP? Let Russ cook backfires every season, so Steven may be onto something. And we about to put Dak in the top 10 over Kirk? Yeah. Yes. 100. Dak Prescott is coming off an MVP. Like he competed for an MVP. Dallas put up points, bro. You're talking about Russell. Okay. I would not have Russell Wilson in the top 5 if he was on the Dolphins. I would maybe have him at 10 tops if he was on the Dolphins. 9 or 10. If Russell Wilson was on the Dolphins, where would I have him? That is a good question, word of mouth. Man, I have to think about that, word of mouth. Very interesting. Carr over Wilson? Yes. What Vegas is doing right now, bro, that current team and scheme and projected future ceiling, bro, yes, 100%. I like Vegas over Denver this year. 100%. Bro, you put Prescott over Wilson and Murray? Yeah. This chat loves some Kirk Cousins. You made your bed, Steven. You're right. I did, level 2 dude. 100%. Top 5, and you know it, Steven. No way. No way. Wait, so there's 17 quarterbacks better than, oh my God, who knew? 2 ears are coming for you, Steven. Brewski. Don't try to church it up, Steven. I love it. I would be saying Super Bowl or bust if Russell Wilson was on the Dolphins. Fair statement. I don't know how much higher I would have him. I would have him higher than 11. I would. Let's see here. I like Vegas to be the dark horse out of the AFC West. Bro, I wouldn't be surprised if Vegas wins the West. Don't sleep on Vegas. Don't sleep on him. Bro, no way you put Kirk Cousins over Kyler. I'm one spot. We're arguing about one spot. It's not like I had them so far apart that you couldn't tell. Dallas put up empty calories when they start losing. Yeah, but stats are stats, and the stats show that Dak Prescott is a good quarterback. Big time says Stephen D. If your thought process is hold Wilson out of the top 10, your reasons a few minutes ago, I'd hope you don't have Watson in the top 10 well alone the top 5. Well, I mean, let's look at that situation big time. Wilson is in Denver. Denver did everything they could to go out and get a top quarterback in the NFL, right? But let's be honest with ourselves. Was Denver a piece away from being a Super Bowl contender? They weren't. They weren't at all. In any way, shape, or form, they weren't. Okay? So if you're taking that into account, let's go back and say, okay, Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson on a 4-12 team, let's forget the off-the-field stuff for the moment, okay? Let's just focus on the field at this particular moment. Put up great numbers on a 4-12 team. Everybody says Cleveland is, 3 or 4 pieces away. They weren't one piece, but they were a few pieces away from being a contender. Well, I think they addressed that. They went out and got a wide receiver. They bulked up in the free agency. I think they addressed some of the needs that they needed to address, and they went out and upgraded at the quarterback position. So why not? And by the way, they're in the AFC North. So, don't get me wrong, that's a tough division, but I think Cleveland's better than Pittsburgh. I think Cleveland is probably better than Baltimore, in my opinion, right now. I'm going to get a lot of slack for that. And then you got to remember, too, it wasn't like they got blown out by Cincinnati. They played tough against Cincinnati. So I don't think I'm far off with my process there, with my thought process there. Cleveland isn't either, though. We don't know what he will do on a new team as an argument with Wilson, just saying. Cleveland is more suited and set up for Deshaun Watson than Denver is with Russell Wilson. Personal opinion. Kyler overrated. Look how he acts childish. I feel it's about me. I disagree with that, Chucker Sean. I disagree with that. I like Kyler Wilson, and I also think he's not doing anything wrong. Pay the man. He's a good quarterback. Shut up and pay the man. Yeah, when they're losing, trying to make a comeback, if that's good stats to you and still lose, to each his own. I mean, look, he puts up numbers. How can you argue with me with that? The numbers are there. It's a Southern thing. Cousin love is popular around these parts here. Roll Tide. Shake Money says, "Oh, Steven, they calling you out. That's fine. I want them to. And if I'm honest with myself, if I'm really honest with myself, are you really arguing? Like, you're arguing with me about, like, people. This is the argument I've gotten this morning. People think Kyler should be over Kirk, right? One spot. People are saying that Russell should be a top 10 quarterback. Well, okay, I think at most you're going to make him 8th. So we're talking what? 1, 2, 3 spots. We're not talking like, for example, a lot of people think Jamison Winston is a top 20 quarterback. To me, that's the biggest argument people have gotten to me so far about this list. And they and I do think a lot of people that are saying that think Tua might be too high. I don't think he is. I think Tua is perfect right where he is. As of today. I'm taking the smoke. Bring the smoke to me. It does not bother me. But give me legit arguments. Like, I even appreciate, like, big time. I don't agree with big time, but he's saying Wilson is a winner and has been in a winning circle. Watson hasn't. It's not just past accomplishments, though. Big time. Russell had DK Metcalf and Lockett in Seattle. Do you think his numbers go up in Denver? No way. They don't. They don't. I don't think they do. Level 2 Dude says, I just think it's brave to have Skylar Thompson in your top 10, Steven. You might get a little pushback on that. Anything having him higher than 2 is risky. Well, being as I can have no more than one quarterback on the same team, level 2 noob. I don't know if Skylar's going to make this list, buddy. I'm just throwing that out there for you, balls. Russell should be up, but then what has he done since all of his key players have left? Marty, are you saying Russell should be higher, or do you? I mean, like, seriously, if you look at this list, how are you arguing with me on this list right now? Okay, agreed. Then tell me what Watson has done besides big numbers. He hasn't done anything besides big numbers. But Watson's in a very decent situation right now, with the exception of his off-the-field issues, which a whole other thing has come out in the last 48 hours against him. But let's call a spade, right? Watson in Cleveland, that's a good spot for him. It's a good spot for him. Russell top 10. See, where are you putting him though? And who are you kicking out? Yeah, but look, the way as I understood it, Von 954, Steven, you clearly don't know football if you have Tua on this list. If you have Tua on this list, yet you don't put Skylar Thompson, he may very well be your starter week 1. You're right, Von 954. What was I thinking? I will agree with that, Stephen D. Best place for Watson. I got to see the rest of this list and how it is listed. I'd argue that 2 is too high, Stephen. Level 2 noob, you had 2 and 2 spots higher on your list. Didn't you have him at 16 and I had him at 18? Watson's new nickname updated to 23andMe. Wow, Paul Glove. That's a really bad good joke. Any update on Murray's contract? No, not at all. All right, so this is the list. This is what it is. I want you guys to come up here and argue with me about it. We're gonna do it's Wildin' Out Wednesday. So look, the floor is y'all's. I'm here for the smoke if you guys want to bring it. The link is in the chat now. Come on. I'll hear from you. I'll talk to you about whatever within the sports world. Pinned message. I even pinned the link to the top. And I'll bring you on. And we'll talk about the list. So we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. But I want to hear from you right now. Hit the like button. donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. Can't grow without y'all's help. Like, if all 58 of y'all donated $1 right now, that would be a big thing, helping the channel grow. I didn't say he was too high on my list. He's too high on yours. Don't deflect. Love level 2. Man, Wack Jones should be lower. I don't care what his numbers say. You know, Wack Jones, believe it or not, Von 954 was so difficult for me because I wanted to put him, 21 through 30. But, look, he's on a Belichick team. He's made the playoffs one time. He's made the Pro Bowl one time. I had to. I had to put him down. Let's see here. What did Omar say? Let me bring Omar back up. Steven, if the list is not based on past accomplishments, why is Goff ahead of Tua? Because it is. It's in there. Look at the top. Metrics used in our rankings for list. Okay? Natural ability, past accomplishments, current team and scheme, and projected future ceiling. That wasn't all in the same order. That was what it is. I think I need to change the chat. Hold on. Let me get up in here. Let's see here. I need to change the chat to... I'm going to change the chat to members only chat. Or subscriber. I'll do subscribers only. Subscribers only chat. Got to be subscribed to the channel. Okay? Subscribe to the channel and you can chat in the chat box. I got to get these bots out of here. Okay. So with that being said, Steven, why is Super Bowl winning quarterback Wilson not in top 10, but no winning nothing quarterback Prescott is? Because I personally, if I had to choose Russell Wilson in Denver or Dak Prescott in Dallas right now, I would choose Dak Prescott in Dallas over Russell Wilson in Denver right now. Personal opinion. Jones's new quarterback coach has done nothing but be a defensive coach his whole career. Actually, this whole offensive coaching staff seems to be nothing but defensive coaching throughout their career. Dallas don't win, Denver does. That's fine. If Dallas is in the NFC East, they have a much better opportunity to win and make the playoffs, and they're also in the NFC. Rather that they have a much easier road to a Super Bowl than Denver does in the AFC West and the AFC. If Watson makes the list, he should be behind Matt Ryan. When was the last time Denver won anything? Seriously, I don't know. Peyton Manning. That was it. That was it. Hey, if you want to get on here and debate me, feel free. The link is open. It's pinned to the top of the chat. I'm also putting the link back into the chat again. Feel free to come up here and talk about it with me. I want to debate the list with you. I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts of the list? I'm open to any and all debates. And still can't get there. That speaks volumes. Denver had to deal with Mahomes. Prescott deals with the man in the mirror. When has Denver done anything besides that? I mean, it's very interesting to see. All right, let me bring on Estefan. What's up, Estefan? Take yourself off mute, Estefan.
What's going on, Steven? Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Yeah, man. This list is a train wreck. I love you, bro.
Okay.
But man, nah, bro. Two is too high.
Two is too high. Okay.
Nah, man. The season that Mac Jones had as a rookie, and for Tua to be in the second year, bro, I wouldn't put him over Mac Jones. I wouldn't put him. Tannehill has how many playoff appearances and victories? Been to the AFC Championship. Similar numbers, bigger arm. Not saying that I don't think Tua has a long way to go to close the gap with these guys. And I know maybe I sound like a hater, but Mac Jones was better at the check down than Tua. Everybody called Tua a check down quarterback. It's just that, when Mac Jones
Estefan, please tell me you're trolling, bro.
No, bro. When that guy needed an outlet, he just went to his check down. That's it. He made it. It was simple football for him in his first year. You know what I mean? Tua at times when he just needed to extend the play, he wouldn't. You know what I mean? They called him a check down guy, but if you remember, there were times where he had check downs that he could go to and he wouldn't throw it to them, just to get a first down. You know what I mean? A lot of times, if Tua would have just done that, we would have been more successful on third down. We were actually horrible on third down to start off the season. Through the middle of the season, I think it got better, but no, bro, Tua's not higher than Mac Jones, man. And then I don't know, man. I haven't done a list myself, but I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of people that have Herbert, if not in the top 5, just outside the top 5. The Burrows, they got Burrow in the top 10. I'm not saying that's where I would have them, but a lot of these lists that I've heard, their top 10s, they do make sense. A lot of people actually don't have.
I have Herbert at 12. Okay. I don't have him at 15. I don't have him at 18.
Right.
I have him 2 spots outside of the top 10. Right.
Right. Well, I got to be honest. A lot of people are going on where these quarterbacks are now and what they're doing in the league now. I know you got your standards, whatever, your metrics or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think with a lot of those top 10s, they've kind of kept it simple as far as like what they're doing is it's just where these guys are now. You know what I mean? They're not like forecasting. They're not being hypothetical about like what the scheme is and what could happen, because I mean that is a hypothetical because you don't know if those schemes are going to work out. Those coaches have a lot to do with their personnel, if they're going to be able to get these guys to execute within those schemes. We don't even know. We look talented on paper, but I mean it happens all the time in the NFL where there's a team that's just got a boatload of talent, but for some reason they don't get over the hump. It doesn't happen on the field. I
am personally not ready to put Herbert in the top 10 yet. I think, don't get me wrong, I think,
bro,
listen.
Yeah.
If I was doing a list based on projected future ceiling alone, nothing else,
right,
Herbert would be in the top 5, hands down. He would.
I don't think it's that far-fetched to just go ahead and put him in now because of the fact that he set a rookie record.
I mean,
the guy's made the Pro Bowl. His numbers are astronomical in 2 years, and he was pretty consistent with it. And then Mac Jones made a Pro Bowl too. That's why I'm just like, you're talking about accolades. Tua hasn't done any of that. That's why I would, man. I'm sorry, bro,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I said, what have I said about this list? I said up to 5 spots one way or another, right? For the most part, either high or low. Not both, but either high or low.
Right.
So if you were to move Herbert up 5 spots, that would put him at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would put him at 7. So you know what? I'll retract my previous statement. If I was doing a projected future ceiling, at most I would have Herbert at 7. That would be where I would have him.
I have a tough time with. See, I have a tough time with our fan base because I did a space yesterday, bro, and people actually think I'm hating on Tua. Like, come on. Who doesn't want the Fins to win that's a fan of the team? Of course, we all want him to do good. But I'm not going to hate on other quarterbacks and what their performances, what they're doing throughout the regular season, and the fact that they've got more accolades and shown more potential. I'm not going to hate. I feel like it's hatred to put Tua in ahead of some of the guys that are on this list. And first and foremost, Tannehill and Zach and Mac Jones. I mean, I know he's a Patriot, but come on now, if that's I'm going by your metrics, there's no way
but if you that's fine. So looking at Mac Jones, right? So he's made a Pro Bowl and he's also made the playoffs one time, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's fine. So his past accomplishments are there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big fan of his natural ability. I think he plays within a really good system. I don't know if Mac Jones, you plug him into another AFC team, that he would automatically make that team better. I don't think that about Mac Jones personally.
Okay.
So I don't his natural ability I'm not throwing in there.
But I mean,
hold on. I think his current team and scheme is perfect. So there's 2 out of the 4, right? I think he's in a great system in New England. I think New England is built for him, and that's fine. But I don't think he has a huge projected future ceiling, though, either, because if somebody comes along that's better suited for that team or scheme, I think it would be very easy for Belichick to replace Mac Jones. I do.
Okay. So outside of the top 6, possibly, I haven't done a list yet, but you got your elite quarterbacks and very good quarterbacks that are like on that trajectory to be elite. Those guys can play, and it doesn't matter what scheme. But everybody else, they are going to have a scheme that they have to play in. A lot of this list, they're going to have to. They're going to have to play in some kind, including Tua. So my only thing with Tua, the other metric that you're using is like their trajectory, their ceiling. I don't know, man. I'm even puzzled. I can't even put a ceiling on Tua because of the injury, bro. Like he's got to get his body right because there's stuff he did in college that he's not doing right now. And it has to be because of his body. I
took all that into account when making this list. That's why Tua's not a little bit higher. I said I had him originally at 15, right? That's where I originally had him. And then I moved him down based on 2 reasons. The past accomplishments of Jared Goff, Matt Ryan, and Jimmy Garoppolo, and also health.
Okay.
Right? And that's where I had it. All right, I got somebody else in the back room. Let me bring them on. I'm keeping you on. We're doing a big panel today. Carlitos Way. What's up, Carlitos Way?
What's happening, guys?
What's up, man? How are you, brother?
Good, man. Good. Thanks for having me on, man. I like the list somewhat, but man, in my opinion,
debate me, man. I'm here. I'm ready for the smoke, Carlitos. Bring it on.
Cool. So first of all, Tua, in my opinion, is better than Jared Goff because we already know what the ceiling is with Jared Goff. He's not a playoff guy.
Fair
you know
statement.
What I'm saying? So Jimmy Garoppolo, he was in a tremendous system, had a tremendous defense around him, which Tua is going to do now.
Yep.
That's why I think that Tua is going to be ahead of him. Just because, the turnover ratio is better with Tua, and just he's overall more athletic and just a better quarterback, in my opinion.
I'm not. You're not getting arguments with me on those 2 things.
Yeah. Also, Kirk Cousins is another one that you can throw in there as his ceiling has been reached. I don't think you're gonna get more than with Kirk Cousins.
Do you think Kirk Cousins is too high on my list? Where would you have Kirk?
Yeah. I would have Kyler Murray better than Kirk Cousins because the ceiling is better for.
And again, that's a we're talking about one spot that people are arguing. We're not talking 5 or 3, even 3. We're talking one spot.
No, and my biggest thing is Justin Herbert on this list too. I think Justin Herbert should be down, just because.
Where?
Look, I would get him. Well, I think I like Kyler Murray better than Justin Herbert.
Okay.
Just my personal opinion.
So time out. So you're arguing. Most people are arguing with me that I should have Justin Herbert higher. You're saying that I should have Herbert a little bit lower.
Yeah, because he hasn't accomplished anything. He hasn't accomplished anything. He has tremendous, man. He has one of the best running backs, 2 of the best receivers.
Really? Consistently throwing for over 250 yards This dude shattered a rookie record and made the Pro Bowl last year, and was only a timeout away from making the playoffs. What are we talking about? That's what I'm talking about. Our fans sound like haters.
Hold on, but dude, two things. Number one, I'll agree with you, Estefan. It wasn't Herbert's fault they didn't make the playoffs. It was the coaching. I'll give you that. 100%.
Now, the 4,000 yards, what I would think is that, with those weapons, come on, and that liberty. I mean, come on,
bro,
man.
You still got to throw the ball, man. It doesn't matter. Tua has all the weapons this year. If he doesn't perform, are we going to sit here and apply that to him?
No,
you know what I mean. You got all these.
I'm more worried about the defense than anything. What defense is going to show up for us? I think offense we're going to be all right if we have the system of Shanahan's system.
See, Carlitos, I'm actually kind of in the opposite view. I'm more I think our defense is going to be better, or just as good as it was at the end of last year. I think there's a lot of
who was calling the defense.
So my hope. My hope is our offense is better. On paper, they made all the right moves. Coaching staff, play callers, personnel. They did everything correctly on the offensive side, but it still has to come to fruition. It still has to translate to that, right?
Yeah. No.
On defense, you didn't lose any personnel. You lost one or two defensive coaches, and now your play caller you lost maybe, but even that's debatable because people said, "Well, hey, look, who's the defense coordinator?" I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but that he was calling the plays, not Flores. Now I think Flores was, but that's neither here or there. You know,
I just don't know which half of the defense is going to show up: the first 7 or 8 games or the later games.
But to this list, does that mean you would have Tua higher because of the current team and scheme?
Yeah, I would have him higher. I would bump Jared Goff down. I would have Jimmy Garoppolo down and Kirk Cousins down. Right, that's what I would have. Now, from the bottom up.
So that means you would have Tua at 15, which is where I told people I originally had him when I first made the list, just off the top of the dome before I started thinking about it.
I think that's a good mark there for Tua. I think that's a good mark.
All right, hold on, Carlitos. Hold that thought. Let me bring in Solo Boy Zoe. What's up, Solo Boy Zoe? Whoa, you got a lot of background noise, Solo Boy Zoe. Solo Boys Go's got a lot of background noise. I don't know what happened there, but he had a lot of background noise. Let me try to bring Solo Boy Zoe in again. Solo Boy, you there?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
You got a lot of background noise, bro.
Yeah, I know, man. I don't know what's going on. Hold up.
Sounds crazy.
You hear me now?
Yeah, but here, hold on. Is somebody cutting grass near you?
Man, I'm outside right now, man.
Okay, all right.
Sounds like I'm gonna try to
fix it.
I know it does. It sounds like a NASCAR track. All right, he's gonna go out and come back in. It just felt like a lot. It was a lot. I want to hear his thoughts, and I want to hear your thoughts too. If you want to come in, get in where you fit in. We're doing a big panel. We're debating my list. I want to hear from you. Yeah, let's go. Trey says Russell Wilson is the only Super Bowl winner in 11 through 20. How is Dak not at 11 and Wilson not at 12? Or not at 10, excuse me. Okay, Trey, fair statement, all right? Again, I use past accomplishments as part of the metrics. It wasn't the full. If past accomplishments were all up in there, Russell Wilson would be probably top 8. Okay? But I put current team and scheme and projected future ceiling up in here. And I personally, I'll say it again, Trey, my gut feeling is I don't think Russell Wilson succeeds in Denver. My gut feeling. I don't have anything more to go on that for the most part than just seeing what I saw last year out of Russell and knowing that Denver hasn't succeeded with anybody but Peyton Manning.
Yeah, but for the most part, besides what last year was kind of like an anomaly, Russell Wilson put up numbers with crappy O-line. You know what I mean? With crappy O-line play. So,
but your
Prescott
body
really
your body can only take so much, right?
Well, Prescott on the other side of that spectrum, he started off with like a top 3 offensive line in the NFL.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And he didn't really prove until, was it last year when he started losing offensive linemen? He got hurt.
Sweet
that
Jump
he
says
was
fifth
that guy.
metric is gut. Sweet Jump says the comment of the day so far. He said fifth metric is gut feeling. You're right, Sweet Jumps. That's true. But I mean that goes into like making the list though. Like how do you feel like they're gonna be like projected future ceiling is part of gut feeling, in my opinion.
I think you can somewhat do like a trajectory, somewhat, but I think that there's certain how you say metrics that supersede others, and I think the main one is what they're doing now. That's really the only one that I think everything goes back to that.
So, and I got Mike McDrip in the background. I'm going to bring Mike McDrip on here in a second. But with your thing, it sounds like you're taking projected future ceiling into higher account over the other metrics that I've used.
No, I'm taking into reality what they're doing now.
Okay, but we don't know.
You can go off of.
Go ahead. Sorry.
You can go off of what You can go off the previous season. You can go off of like how they've handled the position, isolating just their responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be an important metric. I know TD mentions that a lot with Tua, and a lot of people don't like hearing TD's name, but it's right. It's true. And that's actually huge. So I think what I'm saying is if there was a metric that's going to supersede everything, it's just the reality of where they are currently and how they're playing now.
So let me give you a little pushback here, Estefan. Okay, I hear you. My issue is when we look at a list like the top 30 quarterbacks, right? People are like, what did you do to measure this list? And so some people might say the statement of, all I used was the people's stats, and I used numbers because numbers, feelings are out of numbers. You can't do anything. Numbers are unbiased, right? And my feeling is that's not fair to the quarterback, because to take into the account the Dak Prescott argument that people think Russell should be ahead of Dak Prescott here, or even Herbert for that matter, right? You take into account that, you got to understand, well, then if I'm just doing it purely based on numbers, Dak Prescott's up in there in the top 10. He really is, right? And then if I just take it into account of the current team and scheme and don't really put it, that's why I said I wasn't doing this based on any one thing. I decided to do a multitude of different metrics, and some would outweigh more than others, right? Like Russell Wilson's past accomplishments are great, but I personally think his current team and scheme, I'm not sold on it, which is why he's not higher. Justin Herbert has great natural ability. His past accomplishments are okay, but he hasn't, he's still a young quarterback. But his current team and scheme be a big pick in his projected future ceiling. So he actually has 3 out of the 4 that I'm like, okay, so maybe based on my metrics, maybe I should have Justin Herbert higher. But when you guys see my top 10, I'd like to think that you would see, okay, well, I get where you're coming from with that compared to the other people that you had up in there.
I think most of the people in the chat have a different opinion on how they would do metrics and where they have these quarterbacks. And that's fine. I got to be honest. But like, okay, let me say this. So most of the time when we go into the season, like we're like, oh, we got these killer quarterback combo, this defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Tua's gonna pop off. We got Fuller. I'm talking about how we view going into the season. We got Gesicki, all these previous seasons, right? And we got all this hope, right? And everybody's projecting like these like 12, 13 win records,
correct,
right?
Yeah.
Happens every year, bro. And then the first bit of adversity comes and we're like, damn, it's the same old Dolphins again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Because we're going on hypotheticals. What we're thinking doesn't match what's showing up on the field, and that happens a lot. Not just with our team, just in this sport, in general. So the reason that I'm saying that is Because we base our opinions. When you base your opinions on hypotheticals, it's going to throw predictions off. And I think that's what's going on with the list right now. I think
with my list,
by
the way, Estefan, I'm not even here to argue that. That's fine if that's how you view my list. Then what I will tell you is make your own. Tell me what your metrics are, and then let's debate that. And I'm not saying it to be ugly or negative.
No,
I'm
that's
just saying
fair.
This is
That's
how
fair.
I wanted to view my top 30 list, right?
Right. That's fair.
Like M_-1 says, I think Russ is going to explode in Denver. That's his view on it. My view is I think he's going to fail. Now, who's right and who's wrong? That's to be determined. And I respect Dash for thinking that. Like, I personally don't think it's going to be there for him. All right, hold on. I got Mike McDrip in the background. What's up, Mike McDrip? Is this EM Baller?
Hold on 1 second. Truck's coming by.
It's EM Baller.
It's EM Baller. What's up?
You haven't gotten me yet. I'm pretty good at when you come on because they're pretty clever. I have to say your names are.
It's because I used this last time. So I haven't been as creative recently. But I'm really disappointed in your list, bro.
All right, tell me where you're disappointed at. I'm ready to hear it.
Okay, a Nick pick, Derek Carr in the top 10. That's fine. I mean, as long as he doesn't go past 9, but 9 through 12, I'm a Derek Carr fan, so it's fine. Russell Wilson, I'm fine at 11. But Herbert, not in the top 10? Come on, man.
Okay, so who are you kicking out of the top 10?
Can I add to what he just said? A lot of people have.
Hold on, Estefan.
Kirk Cousins is in the top 10.
I'm kicking Dak Prescott out of the top 10. I can't believe you have him as a top 10. I think he's on a level of a Kirk Cousins, so I'll put Dak. I'll put Dak in a Justin Herbert spot, and I'll keep Kirk Cousins where he's at.
Okay. Fair. I'm not. You're not going to get a big argument with me when you see
Kyler Murray. He's debatable top 10. 14 is a little bit low, but I still want to see your top 10, so I'm okay with him there for now. But I don't know. And show me your list again.
Yep. All right. Let me put it back on. There you go.
Jimmy 2 is better than Jimmy G. And Jared Goff. So I'd put Matt Ryan at 15. I put Tua at 16, and I know everyone'd be like, "Oh, you're not." I mean, what my scale is how good are they right now, and how good will they be? The combination of both, I think, Tua is better than both Goff and.
EM Baller, I'm not mad at where you are saying these things because again, to reiterate kind of what I've already said a little bit, right? Tua, I originally had at 15, right? I had him over all three of those guys, but I put past accomplishments as well as injury factor into it too. And
actually, I wouldn't put Tua at 15. I'd put him at 16.
I understand that. I understand that, but I also said that anybody who argues with me, they weren't going to be able to argue more than 5 spots. And the one that came the closest so far is Jamison Winston. People think I have him too low at 24. But everybody else is no more than 5 spots, really. And actually, it sounds like Herbert might be a big one, too, because some people have Herbert in their top 5.
I don't have him at top 5. I think that's ridiculous, but I do have him in my top 10, no doubt.
A lot of NFL fans do have him somewhere near the top 5. I'm just going to say that because I've heard a lot of.
I don't like it though. But
Keyshawn Johnson has Herbert in the top 5 over Mahomes. Over Josh Allen.
Right. I got to say, I think y'all should add "should" to y'all's vocabulary because you guys are saying that he is better than Garoppolo and these guys. No, that's not the reality. He should be. Tua.
Tua?
Should be.
I think they're on a similar level as of right now. But I also take future potential. Tua is better than Jimmy G as far as a system and as far as talent.
All right, and you know what? To that EM Baller and Estefan, here's my thought process on Jimmy G. Right, like I put Tua and Jimmy G at very similar comparisons, but Jimmy G's been to a Super Bowl, so by that definition. He's above Tua.
But you can make that argument for anybody like Jared Goff. Like, shouldn't Jared Goff be higher? Because he went to a Super Bowl?
I do have him higher than Tua. But I personally don't think that Jared Goff is better than Kirk Cousins. I don't think he's better than Kyler Murray. I don't think he's better than Russell or Herbert or any of those guys. I have Jared. I think where I have Jared is fair. Personally, that's my opinion of it. Now,
yeah, but shouldn't Tannehill be higher for his past accomplishments in Tennessee? Even though I think he's right where he should be.
I also looked at Tannehill's stats, and I'm telling you, I always go back to that 5-game stretch last year where he only scored like 2 or 3 touchdowns and had 7 interceptions, and they won all those games. So Tannehill is a product of a great team.
So is Jimmy G. Jimmy G has the best arguably the best play caller on his team, and when you combine Kyle Shanahan and Mike McDaniel, like those two combined, I mean,
and a tremendous
Jimmy G didn't have to do anything.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys were talking about.
Let Carlitos Way go real quick.
No, listen. Let me tell you something. All right, Jimmy G has the back of coaching, defense. Their defense is like top 5? They got the best defense.
They have a really good defense. Yeah,
I'll say top 10.
Yeah, it's crazy, and that's because everybody was injured. Because when they went to the Super Bowl, these guys were amazing.
Yeah.
So you with Jimmy G, he's gonna poop the bed. You're just waiting for that key turnover in the playoffs. He's not gonna take you far. Past the hump. It's inevitable. That's the same thing goes with Jared Goff. Same thing goes with Kirk Cousins, and that's why I don't have Herbert. And
oh, say something. Okay, I thought 2-9 got to you.
No, I had a phone call, but no. But Herbert, he had the sense that he's throwing, he's getting all these numbers, but when it comes to it, he didn't make the playoffs because that Texas game. That no one, a real top 10 quarterback doesn't like the Texans,
no one likes to mention that on Herbert.
So I got Von Joe in the background. I'm gonna bring him on here in a second. So Carlitos, let me just ask you, what is your biggest gripe with my list so far? What is your biggest gripe?
The biggest one, I would say, I would go with Herbert, man. I would go with Herbert.
And you think Herbert should be where?
A little lower, not far.
And I feel like 90% of people disagree with you the other way.
So
that's fine. That's fine. Let me bring in Von Joe. Let me bring in my boy Von Joe. What's up, Von Joe? How are you, brother? What's up? Well, first of all, hold on, Von Joe. First of all, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you, sir? You look.
I feel
good.
like it.
Are you clanging and banging? Are you clanging and banging?
Yeah, my schedule. They fixed my schedule, so I'm back to having my mornings free again.
Well, welcome.
It's a beautiful world.
It's a beautiful, and another beautiful day in Zamunda, as Shake Money
as
says.
Our boy Shake Money will say. True.
Another beautiful day in Zamunda. All right, so Steven, talk to me, man.
Steven, I be trying to relax. I be trying to keep my cool.
I'm hitting up that treadmill, bro. All right. So
it's always good to get some cardio, get that wind up. Yep. Man. I'm with
right, and then I drink a beer when I'm done. All right.
Man, you lost me. The funny thing to that is when I do the every now and then I do those events. I forgot what it's called. It's missing my mind. It's like the Ironman events, like where you do a lot of cross training, you run obstacle courses, right?
Yes,
when I do a lot of those obstacle courses, like the 5K obstacle course, the Tough Mudders, they actually give you a beer at the end. That's the way.
Yeah, I did a 15K. I did a 15K.
No.
I didn't care where I placed. You
just wanted the beer at the end.
I just wanted the beer at the end. It's just a bucket list thing.
All right, Von Joe, let's go to the list, man. First of all, before you get into everybody's gripe, what do you think of 15 through 11 today?
15 through 11. I'm guessing the talent separation starts at 13 and 12. I'm assuming.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. That's where the gap. That's where the gap of talent.
To me, the gap starts at 14 and 15, because I think Kyler Murray is leaps and bounds better than Garoppolo, in my opinion.
Yeah, your list is kind of wild because I'd still take Justin Herbert over Kirk Cousins, but I don't know what your scale looks like. I don't know what your percentage and your weight looks like. I don't know if you weigh something higher than something else, or if all things are
you just
equal.
agreed with that. So you haven't disagreed. Would you put Herbert in the top 10?
Talent-wise, yes.
Okay,
Because
but,
the thing
we're
is,
not just
I say
basing on
Justin
talent. We got natural ability. We
And
got
what?
past
No, I'm saying,
accomplishments. We got current team and scheme.
what he's done,
Projected
what he's
future
done. I'll put him in the top 10. I'll put him in
So
the top 10 projection.
Who are you kicking out of the top 10, Bonjo?
Oh, I'm definitely taking on whatchamacallit. Dak Prescott is out of the top 10 for me.
Okay, and that's the number one
Easily.
But again, when you guys see the list tomorrow, I think you're going to see. Okay, I see what you're doing.
Is Dak in the 10? In the top 10?
I mean, yeah, he is, but
so I'm kicking him out.
I'm not arguing with you on it. I said let me bring in Rashad. What's up, Rashad? How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Pretty good,
just
man.
Before we get sidetracked, people that keep saying that, who said that Tua should be above Goff and Jimmy?
I mean, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that say that Tua should be ahead of Jared Goff and Jimmy Garoppolo.
What has Tua shown that says he's better than Goff and Jimmy and that he should be ahead of him?
Watch out now, Bonjo. Tuanon's going to come after
you.
No.
I don't care. I will go down this road with anybody.
I don't think Jimmy G's a top 10 quarterback either.
I know, but they're saying that Tua should be ahead of him. Why?
All right. Because those other guys had the opportunities around with the systems that top tier systems. Tua hasn't had.
Stop there.
But Jimmy G still uses weapons in the NFC Championship.
Esther, again. So Goff took their team all the way to the Super Bowl with a system around them and top tier talent. So you're saying, so based off what you're saying, this team should be going to the Super Bowl this year.
Hey, that's what by the way, real quick, let me just follow that up, Bonjo. That's what I've been telling people. If Jared Goff can take the Rams to a Super Bowl and Jimmy Garoppolo can take the 49ers to a Super Bowl, why can't Tua take the Dolphins to a Super Bowl?
If he's really better than them, right?
No.
The thing is, when you say that, they bite their tongue.
No, I don't.
And they start putting excuses.
I don't bite my tongue. The AFC now, if you put this Dolphin team in the NFC, we have a way better chance of getting to the Super Bowl than in the AFC.
Guys, 1 second.
The current AFC, right?
By the way, that's a fair point. That is a fair statement.
Come on,
to say that the thing about Jared Goff and Jimmy G is they took teams represented in the NFC to the Super Bowl. It wasn't as stacked as the AFC is, and that's fair.
Now.
But even if that's the case, you got to think that Tua takes us to at least a second round playoff appearance. At least.
Super Bowl, baby.
I'm telling you, man, we got a good shot. Man.
Super Bowl.
Wait. Trey says, Jared Goff can take a team to a Super Bowl, but quarterbacks win-loss records don't matter. What are you trying to get at, Trey? Get up here, Trey. Talk to me, Trey. He's like, I'm a better rapper than Diddy, but what have I shown to prove it? Nothing. Tua is not better than Jimmy G and Goff. Nor, by the way, nor do I have them up there. Do I have Tua up there better than them?
Well, first of all, P. Diddy used the Ghost Rider, so I don't understand
that. Listen, man.
Listen. I'm listening. Go ahead.
All I know is that this year we're gonna, obviously everybody knows this is the do or die for Tua, right? Yeah. But I think it's more do than die, just because he's been performing and showing glimpses with the crappy everything around him.
True.
Crappy, and especially apparently, the coach wasn't behind him. Who knows if it's true or not? But if, with no support system and a crappy everything around you, and everybody getting injured too. Oh yeah, about like Fuller last year, everybody's hypothetical. But that's hypothetical if everybody's, healthy. But as soon as the season started, it's like everybody just said, you know what, I'm gonna go home early and just relax. And Carlitos,
to your point, and to ask a question about to go back to the list. Some people might not like my guys 1 or 2 spots higher. There might be 1 or 2 guys you think might be a little bit higher or a little bit lower. But is my list not overall a fair list? Is it not a fair assessment?
Oh. No, I think so. I think you're 1 or 2 spots here or there. But overall, I think, first of all, I think Marcus Mariota should be the last one because he was a bench guy. And
again, we're talking one spot.
Yeah. I know. I'm not saying like, the 11th guy should be all the way in 25 or anything like that.
Yeah.
So typically, you're good in my book.
I think you were wearing that Homer hat when you put Tua ahead of Mac Jones and Tannehill, bro. I got to be honest.
So we're talking 2 spots.
And Jameis Winston, yeah, bro. He's better than Zach Wilson. He's better than Tua. Mac Jones. Who is that?
So you're talking about
maybe right behind Tannehill.
So I said 5. So if I move Jameis Winston up 5 spots, 23, 22, 21, 20, and 19, I have Jameis Winston at 19. That's the highest I would have him off of 5 spots. And by the way,
that's fine because
he's the number 1 player that people have given me the most grief about. That's it.
He's right where I was saying, Tua's going to end up being. He is borderline. Jameis was a starter, and then he went into a backup role, and that's where Tua is. He is borderline a backup because he's been inconsistent.
He's not. How is he borderline a backup, bro?
Because the requirement in the NFL to be a starting QB is to be consistent. That's an attribute of a lot of backup quarterbacks in the NFL, inconsistency and flashing. They all flash, bro. They all flash. All of them.
5954 says, Steven, put Tua dead last. Your list would be amazing. Don't worry about Tua now.
No, he's not dead last now. Come on, guys. But at the same time, I don't know how the golf conversation ended, but I do apologize, guys. Somebody came to ask for a favor as far as they need a Phillips screwdriver, so.
Will you tell them that you're on the number 1 Miami fan morning show and you don't have time to be a neighborly neighbor, okay? A good neighbor.
It was an act of kindness, Steven.
That's it, Steven. You tell them what's going on.
So did you hand it to him or did you throw it at him and say, I got to get back to the panel?
No, I had to go upstairs and go find one.
Wait, your tools are not in the shed or in the garage where you are? They're in a room in the house?
No, it was upstairs. It was upstairs because I just changed my shower.
Because you were using it. I got it. I understand. You make
Vaughn was like I don't know. I'm doing a panel right now. Do you have a pair of scissors at home?
No.
You know what I mean?
we're gonna act like Bon Joe doesn't pay the Amazon. You pay somebody the extra $50 or $80 to come build it, whatever it is. Amazon.
What are you talking about?
When he gets something that he pays that helper fee to have somebody come and put it together.
Wait. People really pay that?
Yes, they do. I have never done it. I actually just got a brand new chair that I'm sitting in, and I put that together yesterday. And I went back and I looked about if I could find it cheaper somewhere, just out of curiosity. And I saw that if I paid an extra $80, somebody couldn't come and put the chair together for me. But I put it together in 30 minutes.
I hope you got it together right, man. I hope that pole don't go up your rear, bro.
Right? Like I'm testing it every which way to Sunday, sir.
Steven, back to really quick to Jamison Winston. The thing I think why he's the most talked about or critiqued or debated
on my list,
is the following. I think that people don't know which Jameis Winston are they going to get. Did he learn from Breeze and how to control himself and decision making, or is he back to the Tampa Bay days and going to give 30 touchdowns but 30 interceptions? Because his arm talent
ain't no controlling Jameis Winston. Let it fly.
Well, we're trying to find out this year.
But all right. So do you? So all right. So you can argue with me about Jameis's past accomplishments. You can argue with me about his natural ability, but we don't know what he's going to be health wise, right? And we also don't know what he's going to be like. We have a brand new coach. You had a brand new coach in New Orleans.
Correct. No, that's fair.
And so there's a lot of question marks there for Jameis. It's not like, oh my God, Sean Payton's back and he's going to be this great. Here's a reality. I'm going to be honest with y'all here. If Jameis was so good, Sean Payton would have returned this year. My opinion. You don't have to agree with it.
Wow. That's a take. That's a take. I like it. I'll take that.
No. I think that's valid just because he's leaving. Everybody thinks that he's going to the Cowboys after this season, right? Is that like the gist of it? Like everybody think that, the whatever.
Jameis?
No, the coach Payton He's gonna go
Sean,
to the Cowboys.
so
I don't think he would have
that's not a done
retired.
deal.
I don't think he would have retired if he was just going to go to the Cowboys in a year. I think he was honestly trying to come to the Dolphins and snake his way out of it.
You think so too?
I think he was. I think he wanted to come here, 100%.
With Breeze,
and things fell apart. Real quick.
and then we had another "That's So Dolphins" moment.
You know, Flores.
Well, you know that's what we're known for. Stop saying Flores messed that up.
No, listen, I'm glad, and I know I'm probably in the minority here, but I'm glad that Brady didn't come. You know, because there's no way I can root for Brady, man. I'm just like that. I just can't.
The one thing Dolphins know how to do is screw up a good time.
That they do. All right. So let me ask you. Let me get back to the list because the list is what I want people to talk about today.
Before you get back to the list, real quick, did we agree? Yeah. Did we come to an agreement that Tua is not better than Goff and Garoppolo?
No, I think. I don't think that people agree with that.
Nope.
I'm not saying that I don't. I'm just saying that I think there are a lot of people in the chat that are watching right now that clearly think that Tua is better than Jared Goff and Jimmy Garoppolo.
Because at the end of the day, I agree. At the end of the day, if you can honestly say to yourself, "Hey, Tua's taking this team to the Super Bowl," hey, then you're right. But if you can't say that, nah, man, you got to evaluate.
You don't think so?
So Bonjo, your argument to those people that if you're going to say that Tua's better than Jared Goff and Jimmy Garoppolo, that those same people need to have the same energy when saying, well, if that's the case, the Dolphins are going to the Super Bowl this year because this team and this roster
go to the Super Bowl.
This team and roster.
I'm not saying win the Super Bowl. I say they got to beat in the Super Bowl.
Listen, we're gonna be the biggest surprise this year.
Yeah, but did you hear what they said? I don't know who said it, Carlitos Way or Rashad, but one of them said that Garoppolo and Jared Goff did it in the NFC. Tua has to go in the AFC.
So what that mean?
There's a big talent. There's a big drop off in team and power ranking teams from the AFC to the NFC. So it's an easier road to a Super Bowl. Do you when Goff did it, was there a big talent difference, or was it all balanced? I would. You guys can disagree with me, but I would say for the last 10 years, the AFC's been the better team for the most part.
I know, but it was more balanced. He still had to. Once he gets into the playoffs, he still had those powerhouse quarterbacks that he had to go through. Jimmy G had those powerhouse quarterbacks that they had to go through.
Dude, Jimmy G in every playoff game, he'll throw one or two good passes, and that's it. It's a running game.
Did they make it to the Super Bowl?
Heavy defense.
Did they make it to the Super Bowl? I don't care how he did it. Listen, I don't care if he did it like the Patriots and only threw one pass and they ran the whole entire time. Yeah. Did he make it to the game?
Let me bring in El Capitan. What's up, El Capitan? How are you, brother?
I'm good, brother. How about yourself?
Pretty good, man.
Every time I hear El Capitan and he starts talking, I just picture the Captain Morgan guy. He's just chilling there, either his foot's up on a cooler or drinking a beer or something.
Yep, all of the above, boys.
Blowing out a ball,
doing some work, and you know what? I'm listening, and great show always, Steven. You already know.
I appreciate it, brother.
And here's the thing, and I try to take it. Try to look objectively as I can, even though I can't because I am a Dolphins fan. But even if say we didn't have any of these quarterbacks that we're questioning, including Tua, as far as a gambling man goes, Matt Ryan, Jared Goff, Jimmy G, I would, as a young franchise trying to go somewhere, I would want to see more out of a younger guy like Zach Wilson, Tua, even Mac Jones, versus the three I just named. Now, if it's a veteran team that's older, that's, a quarterback away or something, you got a young quarterback and you're in the playoffs, but he got injured, kind of like how the Tennessee Titans were when they got rid of Mariota and brought Tannehill in, more of a understanding of where their floor is at, and you believe that you can build a team from their floor up, with the quarterback play. So it's really perspective, because at this point, Tua could be better than every quarterback on this list, including Russell Wilson and Herbert, even though I think we all agree Herbert has a much far and away better rocket of an arm. I think that's kind of how we're looking at the list. And honestly, Steven, I think your list is great, man. I think it's very, you can argue every position up or down a couple of spots. You said it yesterday, and I was like, you know what? He's right. It's very, I mean, bro, the one person I see that's high on people's list that freaking blows my mind is Jalen Hurst. Like, they've got him inside the top 12 in a lot of lists. Well, because I mean, yes, I've seen him
a
in
lot
top
of
12.
a lot of national shows, or a lot of people that have national shows or insiders have Jalen Hurts in the top 15 in a lot of their lists.
Is it because is it because of his intangible, like his just not his athletic ability?
I think it's just
all of that is a part of it.
I think it's just easily that, like, they think that's how much shine the quarterback's going to get. You know what I'm saying? Going to be looking better on the other end of the field. I don't know if and you guys, I forget who said it earlier. If we were in the NFC, Tua would be higher on this list already.
And by the way, let me just make this point for you.
I disagree with that.
Hold
Even
on,
in the NFC,
Von Joe, to your point, real quick. I just want to throw this out there, okay? So the year that Jimmy Garoppolo went to the Super Bowl and lost, he had to face Kirk Cousins in the second round because they were the number one seed, so they didn't have to go to the wild card. They had to face they beat Aaron Rodgers in the championship game, and then lost to Patrick Mahomes. Okay,
there you go.
The year that Jared Goff went, he had to beat Dak Prescott in Dallas. They were the number 2 seed, by the way, the Rams. And then they had to go to New Orleans and face Drew Brees, beat them, and then they lost to Tom Brady and the Patriots.
Okay, so what are we really talking about here?
We're talking about Jimmy G and Jared Goff as top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL right now. That's what it sounds like.
I think the point that Von Joe's trying to make is,
can someone give me the game stats for them? On those games,
it doesn't matter the game stats. Come on, man. See, why we want to?
I'm not going into all that.
Why we want to
They had
keep
some
giving
good
the
games.
goalposts?
All the games was good except for that Green Bay.
Yeah, I can pull up stats to argue a point one way or the other, and that's kind of the objectivity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally
because at the end of the day, the fact is that he went through them and they got to the big game.
And so, and I think Von Joe, what he's trying to say is, if we have to go through Justin Herbert or Patrick Mahomes or Derek Carr, or Joe Burrow, it can be done. It can be done.
Can I say something about that, though?
It's not like, and this is the hard thing.
But the thing is, nobody's going to come off the cuff and just say it's going to be done.
Yeah, but it's funny because we always measure up these quarterbacks like it's one-on-one fight or something. They don't even play against each other. They're playing against the defense. You know what I'm saying? It's such a funny way to measure someone to someone else when literally his job and what he's got to do cannot be affected by the other guy outside of him being better at his job, I guess. It's not like he's on the field at the same time. So if you got a trash defense, defense and you got a great quarterback, I mean, guys, we've seen that with Dan. We had
but Capitan, that's very true. What you're saying is very true. But at the same time, we're pretty much saying that, hey, defense to defense, you're gonna have a defense. Your defense got you there, right? But at the same time, if there was a shootout, or if it was a close game, at the end of the day, those quarterbacks got it done. They made it happen.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at, Vaughn. Like when Capitan was talking about the comparisons of like these young quarterbacks to these old ones and taking a shot on the young ones. Yeah, a team's going to take a shot on them. The problem is the veterans like Matt Ryan, Garoppolo, and I forgot, was it Golf was the other guy that you mentioned, Capitan? Those guys are actually taking the shots. They're not gun shy. These young guys, they flash. They just, and they flash enough to where once they put it together, they should be better than those guys. But even right now, because you guys are talking about stats, I'm telling you, because I looked at a lot of Tua stats compared to Matt Ryan's. He's not that far off. The problem is But the difference between Matt Ryan and Tua, because Matt Ryan was very inconsistent this year too, even though he's a veteran. But the difference between those two, when I'm really going to just go to the nuances, is the fact that Tua's gun shy sometimes. Like he wants to get it out, but he just, he doesn't want to turn the ball over. Stuff
Esther,
like that.
Touch on that point. When I go
that's
back
why I'm
and
not going to
watch,
put him ahead of them.
when I go back and watch a lot of tape,
And by the way,
especially
when I start arguing like this,
hold on, Vonjo. Go ahead.
Yeah, especially on this point that you're saying. When I go back and watch a lot of Tua and the mistake, like the interceptions and stuff, it's like there's a voice in his head screaming at him. It's like he bought into the narrative that, hey, the one thing he needs to work on is him not holding the ball or trying to make big plays or trying to do stuff. It's almost like someone's, clipped his wings per se. And I think me personally, and us Dolphins fans, we would like to see him, with no governor on it. We want to see him go ahead and take shots. Like
get the green light to go
like Justin
on.
Herbert has.
Yeah, be a little bit more free. I'm not going to hold it so much against him when he makes a mistake trying to make something big happen. I do hold a mistake when, hold him accountable when it's like a hesitant throw, and like in the Jets game when he threw that interception right into two guys. It was a bad throw. It was way off target, and he had time and room around him, had good blocking on that play. So and I look at it and it's just a bonehead play. And I go back to those interceptions he had, the bonehead ones, which like 7 out of the ones, like 70% of them were all boneheads. And you can almost see like the hesitation where he thought about not doing it and then did it.
I think a lot of that,
So
you're right,
here's the
man.
question.
I agree. A lot of that has to do with just confidence, that the fact that he's second guessing himself. So I think the way that they've built this roster up at the skill position, the fact that they address the offensive line for him, I think that should instill some confidence in him to where he should feel more comfortable. But once you get a confident quarterback, then all the flashing should come together. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to say like when their careers are done, Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be better than Tua. I wouldn't say that, because Tua has flashed. All he's got to do is be consistent. That's it. Once he gets all once he gains confidence and puts everything together consistently, then he's better than Jimmy Garoppolo.
So let me go ahead and say this before everybody run onto Twitter and says, "Hey, this guy Von Joe says that."
Yep, Von Joe hater.
Than...
Listen,
Von Joe, you're such a hater, Von Joe.
We see you, Von.
Listen, I'm saying that I can't currently rank him higher, all right, than those two because of what they have accomplished and what they have done, right? I cannot currently rank him higher. Could he get higher? Of course. Could he get better? Of course. But again, that's still to be seen. And also now, when it comes to, Jesus, slipped my mind, just like that. I'm getting old, man.
No, you're sitting there. You're focused on your playing and banging instead of the show. Where are your priorities at?
It just literally slipped my mind.
Because you were thinking about if you should breathe in or breathe out.
Go ahead, Rashad. Go ahead, Rashad.
I understand why Von Joe says what he says because of past accomplishments, but it's not his fault. It's the way that you're deciding to grade. It's kind of hard to grasp because we're saying we are ranking the quarterbacks where they will be at the end of the season, and we're adding in past accomplishments. Like, do I think Tua's going to have a better season than Jimmy Garoppolo and Jared Goff next year? I 100% do. But we're counting just because they went to the Super Bowl 5 years ago, 3 years ago.
It just got me. It just came back to
they're going to have a better season.
So let's go off that because let's say, for example, the thing is, everybody's saying that, hey, you know what? He's going to put up these numbers because of the weapons that he has. But is this offense a pass-first offense? Is Mike McDaniel a quarterback coach? Because this is me honestly asking this question: Is he a quarterback coach, or has he had like a pass? Has his how should I say his because we know him as a run game coordinator. Yeah. We know that he's a run person, but when it comes to passing and his offense in the passing sense, how do they do? Is he known for passing?
I will say that though I get what you're saying, but I'm saying I have so little faith in Jared Goff and Jimmy Garoppolo.
No. This is me talking about our Dolphins this year.
By the way, let me just state this for the record. Just because on my list that I have Jared Goff and Jimmy Garoppolo over Tua does not mean that I personally would not take Tua over those two guys. I would take Tua over Jared Goff and Jimmy G.
And Kirk Cousins.
I agree with that.
I literally just.
That's not what this list says. This list, there's. Again, I gotta keep repeating. A multitude of things went into the completion of this list, and this is how I see it today. And that doesn't. And I know people are like, "Well, you contradict yourself." No, I don't. Just listen to what I'm saying. If I would take Kenny Pickett over Mitchell Trubisky because I think that Kenny Pickett's going to be the starter by the end of the year. And they're like, Steven, this is how, but you just said today. I understand that. I would want Kenny Pickett today. I don't take stock into Trubisky, right? I would take, Tua over Goff, but that doesn't make it the fact that Goff and Jimmy G don't have Super Bowl appearances, have had really good years, Pro Bowl years. How am I supposed to put that in when I'm also taking that into account of where they're at? I understand why it looks like I contradict myself with some of the things I say, but I promise y'all I'm taking it all into account on how I see the list on June 1st, 2022. This is how I see it today.
So how you see the list
anybody that has a problem with that, Steven, they got to understand this is the home of the flip-floppers, okay? So
right.
So don't they dare have an issue. And two, again, people need to tell me if I need answers to McDaniel as a pass game coordinator and affecting the passing game.
I think that the run game affects the passing game tremendously.
Okay, but I need to know what it's going to be like.
Okay.
No, I think that their scheme, what they do is that they make it so easy for any quarterback to throw a pass. Because why?
Scheme is incorporated in this list.
They run the game, they run the ball so well that, listen, when they bite on the run, the defense, those linebackers creep up, it's an open window. It's like throwing in the river. You just throw it in there and that's it. Like, they'll catch it because it's not
we honestly have nothing on Mike
exactly.
McDaniel.
So there's not an air out type of offense.
No.
We can't even say his run game would be successful.
So this is level 2 noob. Level 2 noob said, I took the bait, Steven, to it in the NFC. So level 2 noob has Aaron Rodgers number 1 in the NFC, Stafford number 2, Brady 3, Kyler Murray 4, Kirk Cousins 5, Dak Prescott 6, Jimmy G 7th, and if Tua was in the NFC, he would have him as the 8th best quarterback in the AFC or in the NFC over Jamison Winston, Jalen Hurst, Carson Wentz, Jared Goff, Marcus Mariota, Justin Fields, Jones, Drew Lock, and Sam Darnold.
Yo, level 2 noob is something else because he's pretty much low key saying that Tua is still average even in the NFC.
But
he's a middle of the road quarterback in the NFC. That's literally what he just said.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with what he said here. I think this is fair.
No, I'm just saying. That's literally what he said. Look, he got him in the middle of the pack.
No, but he has also Cousins in front of Prescott. That's no way. Like, Prescott's better than Cousins. Come on.
Okay, but are we talking one off?
No, I mean,
I can if you're going to debate me off of 1 or 2, let's talk about why the 1 or 2. But if you're saying Steven or level 2 noob, your stuff is absolutely ridiculous, which, by the way, is not what you're saying, but there are people in the chat that are saying that off of 1 or 2 spots. Come on, y'all. Y'all, I want to see y'all's list then for the people that are
all
saying
I know is level 2 noob is hilarious, ridiculous. And I love him.
I love level 2 noob too.
He is hilarious.
Level El Capitan, you're back.
I'm back. I'm cruising around. So
I thought we weren't good enough for you anymore.
That's it. Capitan take on another ship. That's it. He's the captain.
I'm willing to stoop to lows. So
listen, somebody got to drive. Somebody got to drive the boat, Steven. Come on.
When they go low, you go lower. That's how they go.
That's right. Low man wins.
Low man wins. Level 2 noob said the same way Winston is better than Wilson. Okay.
All right, Steven. I gotta go. I gotta get back to this.
I wouldn't put my money on Wilson.
I gotta finish up these reps.
Let me. You know what? Let me ask you guys that. Do you all think that Russell Wilson is going to have a good year in Denver?
Later. Peace out.
Peace out.
Listen, I think the biggest question over there in the AFC West is like Herbert, because everybody has him, or a lot of people have him, their team winning the West, and they brought in so many, on defense, the key acquisitions. That what do you guys think of Herbert? Like, what is this like? If he doesn't make the Super Bowl or he doesn't make the playoffs, is it like a really bust season for him?
Well, hold up, Carlitos. Why you just dismissed my question about Russell Wilson? Let me get about Russell first, and then we'll get into the Herbert. So we'll go.
I feel
Russell,
like everybody's sleeping on Russell Wilson in some aspects, really, because he missed that year. So it's what have you done for me lately?
Russell's
so you're on your list. You got
season.
him pretty decent, but like,
do you think Russell should be in the top 10 now today?
Yeah,
yes, but I could see why he's outside because he is older, coming back from injury. Maybe he doesn't look the same, But
I think there's just way too many question marks with Russell.
Probably with him,
11 is perfect,
I'm telling
bro.
you, that team,
really.
That team is heavy, man. That's
in Denver.
Yeah, man.
What, Carlitos? Wait, can somebody explain to me what Denver has done unless
Listen,
what's
man,
his face is unless Peyton's been there? What have they done?
What happened with golf and when they put Stafford in, right? Golf was like they took him to the Super Bowl, but when you put Stafford, they won the Super Bowl.
It made it 10 times better, 100%.
Yeah, of course. So you're going from a dude, whatever the white guy's name is. I forgot the guy's name. I forgot
Drew Lock.
Drew Lock. Yeah, Drew Lock. You went from Drew Lock, who was like a second or third year, like below average quarterback in my opinion, to like Russell Wilson. Are you kidding me, man?
Yeah,
That's
but we're
crazy.
not. But to your argument, it's not like the Denver Broncos went to the Super Bowl with Drew Lock.
No, okay. So their running game is going to be fierce. That running back that they have is killer, man. The second-year running back, Williams, I think his name is.
Javonte.
Right?
Yeah, that's why I said he's going to have an MVP type season.
Their
just
defense
because of
is top notch. Let me tell you, their defense is top notch, and then they have weapons, bro. They just couldn't get on the ball. But you're going with a killer running game. You got weapons on the outside.
Denver has not made the playoffs since 2015.
You could book that. I'm telling you right now, that's a good betting line right there. I will take Denver, man. Even in that,
I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna lose some money. You're
gonna be short. Think Denver's gonna make the playoffs?
No way. No way.
You're out of your mind, bro.
I would take them over San Diego, man.
If Denver's proven anything, it's that they know how to build a team and then get off and get a veteran quarterback and figure out a way to win a Super Bowl.
Y'all need to let me know what Denver has done for them lately. There's no way. Like I don't see it, guys. I'm sorry, I don't see it. And not only that, they got worse personnel wise because they had to trade assets away to get Russell. What are we?
I see your
about?
argument, Steven. I see your argument, but I have to defer on Denver. Doing it before, doing this exact scenario, building a team, moving off of it, and getting a veteran quarterback, and winning a friggin' Super Bowl. They've done it.
When Peyton Manning looked like Jared Goff.
That's right. When Peyton Manning looked like he was gonna break in half out there, they won a Super Bowl.
I'm telling you, man.
You can't put it past a organization. So, but that doesn't come into my evaluation as where I would put Wilson on that quarterback ranking because Wilson's a damn good quarterback. I get it. He got injured and was out for a long time last year, but you can't take away the accomplishments of what Russell Wilson is. Because to me, Russell Wilson is where I want Tua to be. If Tua is a Russell Wilson remake with a left arm, I'm excited as a Dolphins fan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, static. I'm just like, yeah, that's awesome.
And we acted like they have a track record at this. Like all they traded away was Noah Fant, bro. What did they finish last year? Can somebody tell me what their numbers were last year?
But they had Teddy, and Teddy got injured, and there was inconsistencies on their team. I agree, but Again,
I'm asking, what was Denver's record last year?
I think they were 9. They won 9 games, right?
9 games, man. I think
Okay.
that sounds about fair.
They won 9 games. Stephen D, you're being a hypocrite with that statement because you can easily say what we've done. I'm telling y'all right now, y'all heard it here. Denver does not make the playoffs next year.
Okay, so you got Los Angeles was Chargers better than them?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, listen, I have the Chargers edging out over Denver as well.
Chargers, don't even get it twisted. They, not only will they not make the playoffs, they might be 4th place in their division.
Negative.
No.
Negative.
Nah,
that's for the Raiders. That's the Raiders' house, bro.
I'm telling you, man.
That's the Raiders. To me, the Chargers this year.
Hold on. Let's break this down.
defense.
Let's break this down real quick, Al Capitan. Do you think here, let me go to their division, right? Where's their division at AFC West, right? AFC West. Okay. So AFC West, all right. Do you think the Vegas Raiders are going to have a good team this year?
You know, I don't believe in the Raiders personally. I personally don't believe in the Raiders.
No.
I think they overachieved last year. I don't have faith in McDaniels being a head coach. I do like that they,
So Vegas Raiders, who did Vegas make the playoffs?
I don't think Vegas. They made the playoffs last year.
They made the playoffs. Yeah.
No.
Okay, so a team that had an interim head coach made the playoffs last year. You don't think is going to be better this year? By the way, they got Devontae Adams and upgraded their wide receiving room.
I see where you're going with all this.
Defensive line.
I'm just
potentially the best tight end.
Fine, El Capitan. I'll take that argument with you. Let's go to Kansas City. Kansas City's, they're going to be Super Bowl contenders, right? Any arguments there?
No,
I don't ever count out Kansas City as long as they got that coach and that quarterback, bro.
And then let's go to the Chargers. The Chargers got better this year, right?
The Chargers are my sneaky team, man. Well, it's not really sneaky.
So
but yeah.
Tell me where Denver is going to finish higher than 3rd place in the AFC West.
I gotta defer on history, bro. I gotta defer.
I don't got Denver.
And
I don't got Denver better than.
Say, as much as I believe in KC, I think that KC's beneath Denver this year. Maybe not in the future.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you, bro. I'm just going on history.
You steer this shit. You steer the shit. Come on.
I'm telling you.
Are you telling me you have Denver over Kansas City, El Capitan? Is that what
I'm just
I just
saying,
want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly.
It won't surprise me.
I do
Y'all
too, man.
Surprise me.
Y'all look
I do too.
crazy.
I'm telling you, I do too.
No way.
Steven, you're the outs
you know what?
on your own panels. Dog. I got the
That's
whole panel.
fine. I'm telling you, right? What I'm hearing from you guys is that Kansas City sucks now. That's what I'm hearing from you guys. There's no
Kansas
way.
City will have 7 wins next year.
You can show. Are you playing?
It won't surprise me if the
garage too. Are you the new Von Joe?
No. This is my warehouse.
Okay.
My warehouse.
Let me tell you, man. I like Denver more than the Chargers personally. I think it's gonna be the Denver, Kansas City, then the Chargers and the Raiders. That's me. I'm telling you right now. This year it goes Kansas City.
I got Denver Chargers.
Kansas
City.
Chargers
taking number 1.
I got Chargers Denver.
Look, listen to me. Kansas City won because I don't see anybody taking over Mahomes in that there. So Kansas City won. I go. Raiders and Chargers are a flip for 2 and 3, but if you're putting me on the spot,
the Raiders aren't good.
Steven, you want a bold take?
Hold on.
You want a bold take, Steven?
If you're putting me on the spot, I'm gonna say I'll put the Chargers over the Raiders right now. I like them just a little bit more, and then I'm gonna go, Raiders 3rd and Broncos 4th.
Bold take, Steven. Completely off the wall.
Don't tell nobody else that.
I think that this year KC has a step back year, but in that Patrick Mahomes,
because they lost Tyreek Hill.
No, it's just
they were falling off last year. If you were paying attention,
that's right, Rashad. That's right, bro.
They're-
They were struggling last year. That defense is weakened. They're paying
I
the
agree.
piper for all the money that they got going on right now. And this year, we might see what we seen out of the Ravens last year for Kansas City this year. Boom. Bold
Level 2
take.
Noob says Kansas City finishes third in the division.
Listen,
I
that's where
say
I'm
the
kind
same
of seeing
thing.
it, bro. I'm kind of seeing. Now, I'm not saying that's
I got the
that's
Raiders
for Patrick
fourth.
Mahomes' home.
You got
But
the
I'll-
Raiders fourth?
Yeah.
You got
the
Derek
Raiders fourth.
Carr. You got Derek Carr and Devontae Adams fourth.
Yes.
Derek Carr isn't who y'all believe he is.
Don't forget Waller. Y'all keep forgetting to mention Waller.
This is
Waller
the,
has
this is the
disrespect.
wildest thing.
Y'all are thinking of the Raiders 2 years ago.
Kansas
Y'all are
City.
thinking of the Raiders 2 years
Wildest
ago.
talk I've heard.
Kansas City
Wildest
wins
talk I've ever heard
8
on my
games
show.
this year. KC wins 8 games this year.
What?
I got him winning 7.
I'll take the over. I don't even bet, but man, you're making me want to bet again. Well, I ain't betting 4.5 years. But let me tell you something else, Captain.
This is the year that
pushing it.
Patrick Mahomes
You are
gets
pushing
nicked up, misses like 4 or 5 games this year, maybe even doesn't finish the season, goes out on IR, and that's the parody of the NFL.
What are you basing that on, El Capitan?
I think
madness, bro. What do you mean
mind.
madness, bro? I
Man.
mean, we're out here going on limbs, you know.
I think it's a coin flip between the Raiders and the Chargers for 1 and 2. I think the addition
It's
of
the
Khalil Mack and
Chargers,
J.C. Jackson
Broncos.
made that defense
Yeah.
balanced. You know what I mean?
That
They got a good
defense is
defense. You already know
got
what
a great
Herbert
defense.
and that offense brings to the table.
Khalil
So
Mack.
that's a solid team. I think you guys are being some haters on Derek Carr. I don't know why people disrespect that guy.
Yeah,
He's a damn good
I
quarterback.
hate Derek Carr. I'll be honest. I am
He
biased.
was
when it
never-
comes to
he
Derek
was
Carr.
never
I
good.
When you
would
add
not be
Devontae
happy
Adams
if Derek Carr
and
was my quarterback, I would not be
when
happy.
when you add Devontae Adams, who is a consistent outlet for that quarterback, you saw that Ruggs when he was
Devontae
playing.
Adams takes a step back this year too.
It was he was good, but very inconsistent. Now you got a consistent wide receiver that is a 1A guy on the outside, and you add that to Waller, who can take over a game. I don't see how you can put those guys fourth, because I would say, as much as I like Russell Will, I would say they're probably going to be fourth. I could honestly see Case. I said it. I don't know, a few weeks back when you asked for predictions of how the AFC was going to turn out. I don't know if you remember, Steven. I had told you on that show that I didn't think that KC was going to win the division. Yeah. Back then, that was a long time ago, bro. I think they can have 3 playoff teams potentially, but I don't think I think KC is going to end up in third, to be honest, because what they're saying is true. I saw it too. I just saw the inconsistencies where
in the chat right now, I want from everybody 1 through 4 how you see the AFC West stacking up this year. In the chat right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, how you see the West stacking up, because what y'all are saying is straight chaos. It's madness.
Look at the AFC West as of recent. Now,
maybe
not so much as of recent, but like look at over the last 10 years.
But this is what I'm hearing from you guys. You want me to believe that a team that hasn't made the playoffs since 2015, that upgraded their quarterback, that didn't really make any other moves, are going to finish above a team that got instantly better by getting a top 2 wide receiver in the NFL?
I'm doing that.
Are you kidding me?
Because of what Denver has done historically as a franchise. When they pivot and bring a veteran quarterback to a team that's loaded on defensive line, typically, and what they have as far as weaponry,
they've done it one time with Peyton Manning.
What
That's
happened?
it. You're asking me to take. I'm not put. Look, I like Russell.
So you're telling me
Russell's not Peyton.
Broke neck Peyton.
And by the way,
as Russell will.
It's not even that. Right, I'm telling you right now that their defense isn't as good as that defense that won a Super Bowl back.
Wait.
Back then.
Didn't they go to 2 Super Bowls?
They did go to 2 because of their defense.
They did.
Not because of their offense.
Broncos had a pretty good defense last year.
But they had an amazing defense. They had a Hall of Fame worthy
next
defense.
level, bro.
That was a
ridiculous.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I get
Okay.
what El Capitan's saying. I think one thing that you're not crediting is there's just certain teams that have franchises that have identities, like the Steelers, the Patriots, the Ravens, the Broncos. Like, you can't ever count them out because they know what they're doing in the front office. Unlike us, we are a joke. We're a laughing stock in the NFL. And we ask, why don't we get respect? Why don't we get primetime games? Because we're an effing
We haven't
joke,
won a
man.
playoff game since 2000, and the only other team that hasn't won a playoff game since that long is the Lions, and that's a sad fact, Dolphins fans.
Lance, please help me out, Lance. Help me out, Lance. Lance, trucker Lance.
Help him out, Lance.
Lance, are you here to defend me or not? That's all I need to know.
Lance, just put him in his place, Lance.
Yeah, Lance, straighten his.
Lance just likes looking into the camera, y'all.
Yeah, Lance is frozen. Crypto, help me make sense of this. Crypto,
straighten him out.
What's up, Stephen D?
I can't. I'm hearing
you got
silliness.
These guys
on
are
my
nonsense.
airwaves this morning.
You want to talk about? You want to talk about franchises with tradition? I like to put Andy Reid in that category, and don't what you call it, because he's a good head coach. He's a Super Bowl winning coach, and he's got one of the best quarterbacks in football. They ain't going nowhere. The Kansas City Chiefs will win that division until otherwise.
Thank you, Crypto.
I don't care how much everybody upgrades.
Crypto, you're my favorite panelist today, Crypto.
Until Khalil Mack knocks him out.
Because everybody here is talking
Khalil Mack gonna get him.
They're wilding with these teams.
And Bosa.
Bill Belichick's coaching tree is trash.
Patrick Mahomes is taking 11. He's going to take.
Hey, Bonjo, do you want to know?
100.
Bonjo, hold up. You want to know what the difference is this time? Josh McDaniels isn't a first-time head coach anymore, so he's going to learn from the mistakes that he made last time. He's going to be a better head coach this time around.
No, what happened to
promise you on everything.
No,
I promise you on
Stephen
everything.
D, that's McDaniels, not McDaniel, bro.
What happened to Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl?
Trubisky.
If he's part of Bill Belichick's coaching tree, if he's part of Bill Belichick's coaching tree, it's gonna end in failure because his coaching tree is trash. There's nothing good about his coaching tree.
It straight bothers me right now.
Name one branch of success from that coaching tree. I'll wait.
So also, guys,
Romeo Crennel had a little success.
It's I'm kind of rolling the
Crypto. I will come through
this is a second time. This is not a first-time head coach. This is a second-time head coach.
He just had failure in Cleveland. He was okay in Kansas City.
Exactly. And guess what? It still didn't end up going anywhere. Romeo Crennel still ended up getting fired because that coaching tree is trash. Romeo Crennel had 2 coaching opportunities, came from that Belichick tree, and still was a trash branch.
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Denver
he
also
just went down. I don't know if that was too much him, though.
Hold up. This team that y'all are hyping
you're right.
up.
Overall, the coaching tree is bad.
This team that you're hyping up right now, the Denver Broncos, they also have a first-time head coach.
Is it from Belichick's coaching tree?
No, it's
okay. Then I want to hear it.
It's a success.
No, he's from Holmgren's. No, he's actually from Philbin's coaching tree.
I'm looking at it right now. He was the offensive coordinator for the Bills in 2013, 2014. He was the quarterbacks coach for the Jaguars 2015, 2016. He was the offensive coordinator under Tom Coughlin's era in Jacksonville. And he's been the offensive coordinator the last 2 years in Green Bay, who, by the way, Aaron Rodgers calls his own plays. So I'll say it again for y'all. Tell me why Denver's going to win the division or whatever nonsense or silliness y'all are saying. Because it's
Williams.
silliness.
I don't believe
it.
I don't think they will.
got
Javonte Williams.
They got passing. They got defense. They got a quarterback now.
God.
They're solid, man. Everywhere.
Carlitos, let me ask you, do you think the Dolphins are making the playoffs with Tua this year, Carlitos?
For sure.
Okay.
I think so.
All right. You better keep that energy. Who else here on this panel thinks that Denver's going to be great this year?
I didn't say great.
Bonjo, no. And don't you? You better keep that same energy you were just keeping with me 5 minutes ago.
I have the energy. Don't worry. I got the energy.
Sir. Do you think
Wait, hold
Tua
on.
and the Dolphins are going to the playoffs this year? Do you think Tua and the Dolphins are going to the playoffs this year?
I'm hoping.
No, sir. Not with that energy
I'm
you were just
hoping.
keeping about Denver. You better be all up on that
What
train
you mean?
for
I
the
think whoa,
Dolphins.
whoa,
and
whoa,
Tua.
whoa, 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 whoa. Let's not argue that because at the
Yeah,
end of the
whip it
day,
out, Von
Denver
Please.
was one quarterback away, and they
Denver
upgraded that
has
position.
not made the
they were-
playoffs in 2015.
and we haven't made the playoff in 20 years.
What makes you
talking
think
about?
that was one quarterback away?
When's the last time we've been to the playoffs, Steven?
Denver,
Tell him, Vaughn.
3 years ago, 4 years ago, I was there.
You gotta count that.
I was freezing my balls off in negative 11-degree weather at kickoff.
You know, let's account that. Let's go ahead and say the last 10 years. Denver has had a better showing than us in the past 10 years than we had
with
20
Peyton Manning and a great defense. By the way,
they had a trash
everybody from
quarterback.
those teams have left.
Last
all
year,
those
they
teams
had a
have
trash
left.
quarterback, Steven.
Peyton Manning was
Steven,
not that great.
trash last year.
They all
Peyton Manning
left.
was not that
Who
great.
left?
Everybody left.
Who
They all left.
The trash?
Bon Joe, they left.
They shipped the trash
They left.
out. Who was the quarterback
They left.
last year? Who was the quarterback
they
last
left.
year, Steven?
They left.
No, Steven?
They left.
No, who was the quarterback? Who was their quarterback last year?
Drew Lock.
Who does it, Matt? Drew Lock? What are you arguing with?
All of a sudden, the quarterback doesn't matter, Steven?
That bum that didn't even make my top 30? Are you kidding me?
They've got 9 wins with a bum. They got 9 wins
That's
with a bum.
I gotcha, Steven. Gotcha, Steven.
And to Von Joe's point, the Dolphins got 9
That's because
wins
they had
with
defense.
pretty
Their
much
defense carried
no
them, Von Joe.
offense. No, not with Tua, with pretty much poor offense, play calling, and bad O-line. And
Again,
some
so
other-
did Denver. Denver had a trash quarterback system. They couldn't do nothing on offense. It was trash. They had a great running back and still had a trash quarterback. Now they still got that great running
Tell him,
back.
Von.
They
Tell
still
him,
got
Von.
everything in place.
And now
they
we got that
upgraded the
trash
position.
quarterback.
They fixed the position.
Denver.
Speaking of defense,
We
I
Teddy won a week
Hold
ago.
on,
I
we
think,
didn't
on
fix
that
our position.
offense.
We are still
Denver-
hoping our position
Teddy
is
won
fixed.
games
Bon
for
Joe,
them.
Denver wins no more than 9
Steven,
games
how
this
could
year.
you make that argument?
No
We're
more
hoping.
than 9
We're
games.
hoping. Hold on,
No
Steven.
more.
We're hoping our coach fix our position. We're hoping that our quarterback position is
Not
fixed.
only does
We could
Denver not
easily
win
say-
no
hold
more
on.
than 9 games, they
Steven.
don't finish higher than 3rd in their division.
So the
Steven, you
AFC
could
West
easily
could look
say-
just like this.
You
It
could
look
easily
just
say
like
I would
this.
say that.
You could say that Denver clearly upgraded their position. We're hoping our quarterback position is upgraded to another year.
Here's my official statement. Denver finishes no higher than 3rd in their division this year.
That's not a statement. That's okay.
That's why I got them.
No, I want
wow,
I
wait
want
a-
you to
wait a
make a
minute.
statement that
Steven.
will they make it into
Steven.
the playoffs will they make it into the playoffs over the Dolphins?
Who, Denver?
Do the Dolphins make it? Yeah, do the Dolphins make it into the playoffs or do Denver make it
So
into the playoffs?
I would say,
Yes!
I would say
Yes.
this. I would say this.
100%.
I
Only
disagree.
because of the
Yeah, the Dolphins
division,
make it
only
over
because
them.
of the division that they're in. I could see the AFC West looking like the winner has 10 wins, and then it's 9 wins, 8 wins in their division because they beat each other up.
Arguing about the freaking
Well,
Broncos.
hold on.
I'm
But
saying
they only
like,
could beat
like
each
the
other
Broncos
up.
are
That's
trash.
3
Steven
wins.
D.
They can all go 3 and 3, and they
Steven,
can run the
they
table
had
This is the
nine
stupidest
wins.
argument I've ever heard in my life. I'm sorry.
Listen
It
to
is.
what you're
I don't
saying.
understand
Listen
your
to what you're
vitriol
saying.
against Denver.
I've
They
never
had-
wilded out
trash.
on Wildin' Out Wednesday, and
Yep.
y'all's takes are trash. Straight trash
I don't know
about
what you
Denver.
got
Wild
against- I
out.
don't know what you got
Who is
against
Drew
Denver.
Lock?
Steven,
Wait,
do y'all
Lonzo.
need me to
Who
calm
is Drew
Steven
Lock?
down? Do y'all
That's
need me
the
to
thing.
calm
Come
him
back,
down?
Hold on, wait a
Because he's
minute.
getting out of
Steven,
control.
Wait a
comeback
minute.
player of the year, Russell
Wait
Wilson
one
leads them
minute.
to the playoffs. Comeback
Y'all need
Drew
to calm
Lock
down.
isn't
Take it to
Quit
the
even on your
enticing this
list,
man
Steven D.
because he's about to
He's
blow a
not on your
gasket. I'm
list,
telling
and
you.
they just
I've
and
never
they
seen
got
Steven like
9
this in
wins
my
with that
life.
quarterback.
I'm so
Because
I'm-
Steven, I don't understand what
This
Steven
is
is
the
saying right now.
silliest argument I've ever seen. I'm sorry.
Bro, that
They won
hat's
games.
about
They
to
won
pop
9
off.
games.
A team that has
They
not
won
made the
9
playoffs.
games.
Y'all are sitting here trying to sell me on a team that hasn't made the playoffs since 2015. A team that has a brand new head coach. A team
Steven,
that has
you're
a
trying to
brand new
sell me that
quarterback.
Russell Wilson's
Come on,
washed
bro.
up. You're selling
Hold on, so
me
Steven,
Russell
Steven,
Wilson is
Russell
hold on,
Wilson
hold
is
on.
coming off the
saying.
worst year of his
You're
career.
selling. I gotta get on camera.
Who
You're
has
selling
All
me
right.
that-
Who
You're
has
selling
that
me that
year?
Russell Wilson
Hear
is
you.
done for. You're saying he's done for is essentially what you're saying. Russell Wilson sucks is what
Bro.
I'm hearing from Stephen D.
That's
Bro,
literally what
are
he's
you
saying.
kidding me?
No, he doesn't
Steven.
suck. He's just
You
not
said
as
that.
good as Herbert and Patrick Mahomes.
He's saying that Russell Wilson is the same as Drew Lock. That's what I heard from
Pretty
Steven.
much. Yeah, they're gonna have a parallel movement. Vaughn. They're going to be the same thing.
That's exactly
Me and
what he
Vaughn look
said.
like we're in the same place.
If y'all listen
That's
to
what I'm
the
saying. Hey,
beginning,
garage.
Yeah, y'all look like y'all in the same garage.
if y'all listen to me, but you know what? If you listen to the beginning of my show, if you actually listen to it, I said, my gut feeling tells me that Russell is on the downside of his career. That is my gut feeling.
Pull that
I
list back up.
in no way,
Pull
shape,
that
or
list
form.
back up.
I in no way, shape. Hold on, I'll bring it
hold
up.
on.
I in no way,
It's on
shape,
the
or
screen.
form think that Denver is better than the Kansas City Chiefs that some of y'all are saying right now, which is the stupidest thing ever. And then the second thing y'all are sitting here trying to say that they're better than Vegas. Vegas is one of the best teams in the AFC
I
right
wouldn't
now,
put
bro.
no money
Are
on
you
Vegas
serious?
for nothing. Are you freaking
They
kidding
got
me?
Darren.
You're
They got
making me get all
Darren
wrapped up
Waller,
on the Sparedar
Devontae
now.
Adams. They got
Bro, are you kidding me?
Come on, bro. They got Derek Carr.
You know,
Come on.
I see
Vegas
you
only.
in the chat.
You know,
Get
Vegas
up here,
only.
EM, and straighten Steven out.
You
talking
know,
they
about
Vegas
got an
only made the
offensive
debt.
coordinator
Listen,
to come in and do craziness.
I need y'all to calm down. Steven, I need you to calm down, bro. What's today? What day of the week is it? All right. I need to make sure you're responsive. Okay. All right. What do you think that the Heat can beat the Warriors? Oh, wait. They didn't advance. My bad. Wrong question.
See, I gotta mute you when you come.
You know what, Esther? That ain't. I get it. You're Spurs walking around as you're a dump
How many wins did the Dolphins?
San Antonio
how many wins did the Dolphins?
Trying to kick the Heat while we're down, bro. Don't even try that.
So how many wins did the Dolphins
Hey,
have?
bro. All I gotta say is, I don't know, man. Steven,
hold on. The hell with all
do
that.
you remember the energy y'all had all year? I'm just saying.
I don't care about the seat. They're out of the playoffs. We're talking about my Dolphins. They
I
still
know,
have
right?
hope.
I think the Celtics might actually win that.
Esther.
But Steven, how many wins did the Dolphins have?
9 wins.
How many wins did Drew Lock get Denver?
9 wins.
Is Drew Lock in your top? Hold on. Is Drew Lock in your top list?
30. He's not even in my top 30. No, he's not.
Mm-hmm.
Pull the list back up. Where's Russell Wilson?
I just want to know. I don't understand.
Pull it up.
Russell Wilson's at 11.
Put it on the
He's
screen
at
right
11.
now. Put it on the
It's
screen
Russell
right
Wilson. Now, Steven,
I didn't see his new
I don't
list.
understand your logic.
What was the new one?
You have Russell Wilson at number 11
11
at the end of the season, and he just joined a 9-win team with a quarter
thank
that had a
you.
quarter
With
that
a
was
first-time
not
head coach
on
and
your list.
They
Right.
lost
There's
an
some
offensive.
factors,
We ain't got a first-time head coach.
Okay.
Preach.
We got in an offensive guru, and we
Says
upgraded.
who?
Like, do you
Says
see
who?
all the?
God. Oh my God, Steven, now you're playing bias now, bro. I get you,
I'm
dog. I'm a
not.
Dolphins fan too. No, yes, you are.
No,
Talking about
I'm
our
not,
guy,
bro.
the guru.
I'm not.
Yes,
I'm not.
You know. Hey,
Definitely
Steven.
This is my show. As a matter of
Steven,
fact,
you
you
know
know what
we
I
had
can
a-
do right now?
Steven, you know
I
we
can
had a
do this. I
defensive
can do
guru
this.
also.
I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. Y'all stay in the back room for a minute. See how y'all like it now. I can't stand y'all. Y'all make the worst takes ever. Worst takes ever. Y'all
Hi,
suck
my name is
so
Stephen D,
bad.
and I'm wrong.
Oh my
I
God.
hate
what's
y'all.
up,
Sweet
brother?
baby Jesus. Oh gosh, sweet baby Jesus, you need him.
Set Steven straight, dog. Set him straight, please.
Steven, I am actually going to be on Von Joe and Capitan's side. Let me tell you why. So, you remember Tampa Bay?
I want to hear it. I'm so upset
Tom
right
Brady. Before all that, what was their record with that? With Jamison Winston as the
Ooh, I
quarterback.
love where MC going with this.
Tampa
Go,
Bay
MC. Take it home. Take
needed
it home.
one thing. And
I got El
that
Capitan and Bon Joe putting out gun shows over here. Y'all have permits for those guns?
It's hot, bro. And no, I
Hey
don't.
man,
So
I'm
I
in
said,
Florida,
let me put
yo.
that off.
Gotta stay
So
licensed.
Tampa Bay only needed one thing, and that was a quarterback. Now that Denver has that, holy smacks!
I cannot believe y'all are sitting here trying
But
to tell me
Tom
that
Brady
Denver.
in
Y'all are sitting
situation
here
is
telling
different
me
from
that
Russell
Denver
Wilson.
was a
But
quarterback
hold on.
away
But
from
you
being
know,
this
Steven,
great team. Get
But
out
he's
of here
still-
with that.
I'm
we're
telling
not
you,
saying
Get out
Denver
of here
thinks
with
that.
that.
but
Denver thinks that.
a good quarterback, a better quarterback gives you that next step, which is they actually get into the playoffs. They take the next
We're talking
step.
about Russell Wilson. We're not just talking about a quarterback. It's Russell Wilson.
And we see
He has
what
If
a
Russell
Russell
Wilson
ring.
could
Wilson
do
was
with a
on the
running game.
Dolphins, what
You
would the
see what Russell
discussion be?
Williams could do with a running game. Come on, Steven.
How
Let's
do
not do
won a
you
this.
ring.
forget? How everybody forgets how much Russell Wilson has done in his career playing the way he has. I mean, wow, bro.
And we
The
know Seattle had
disrespect for
no
this poor
offensive
man.
line.
Yes.
Seattle had no O-line. That's why he left. They had no running game. That's why he left.
Now he has a running game, the offensive line, and
and he's in Denver. He could chuck it 30 yards off a little flick.
Y'all are sitting here trying to make a point to me that because Russell Wilson came to Denver and Denver was supposedly a quarterback away from being this great team, that Denver all of a sudden is going to be this amazing team.
They had 7 wins.
I'm not done. I'm not done. And y'all are going to sit here and tell me because the Dolphins have arguably one of the best off seasons in the history of the NFL.
Pull up M_Dash's last comment.
Stephen D, but the Broncos have more proven and decorated offensive mind and a proven quarterback. I don't know how you could have had Miami in and the Broncos out. Broncos play in the AFC West. They don't finish higher than third. The Jets? Okay.
Where do we play?
Hold on. Here's the funny thing.
Where do we play?
Where's the second best team in our division?
Steven,
the real problem in this is how much we play the AFC West. Bro. That's the problem.
I'll take my hat off.
We play the AFC West. That's the funny thing. We play the AFC West.
You got a permit for that pistol? You got a permit for that pistol? You got a permit for that pistol?
Don't we play the West? I don't get it. Don't we play the AFC West this year?
One of them.
Yeah.
We played one on. We played a third place team.
You got to hold that L there.
That'd be the Chargers, I think. No.
Whoever's the third place team there, that's what we played.
That's what I thought.
We played the Chargers.
Because the Chargers is in third place.
Week 14, we played the Chargers.
Steven, how was your day? My wife's gonna be like, "How was your show today?" Well, I had to deal with a bunch of Maroons.
I don't know.
Talking about Denver was.
We played the Chargers.
I want to know what you smoking on.
Our defense touched them out.
You took a hit, and you ended up somewhere in the ether.
I'm not Nas, sir. No, sir.
Oh, I get it. You know what? I get it.
We're gonna beat the Chargers 10-7 in that game.
I get it, Steven.
And the defense was battle
here, so somebody have to do all.
That's right, California. That's right. Next thing they're gonna tell me is that the Lions are Super Bowl projected winners. 100%. You're right, California. That's what they're sitting here trying to tell me.
What have the Lions done?
I think the Lions win 2 more games than everyone else thinks they will. I think the Lions are closer to 9 wins than they are.
Yeah, they'll be closer to 9 wins.
The Lions are going to beat us. That's according to crypto. The Lions are going to be.
Absolutely, they will. That's this year's Jacksonville. I'm standing on that one.
I wish I still bet. I've never been more confident about
crypto. If we lose to the Lions, we're not going to the playoffs. I promise you that.
Yeah, if we can still make it, we can still make it.
If we lose to the Lions, we're not getting in.
That'll be our 4th loss.
All right.
And then later on, we'll lose a division game.
They're gonna be our Jacksonville.
All right, y'all, mark my words. Mark my words. You ready? You ready to hear this? I'm about to put everything on this.
I've been marking all type of words for you right now.
All right. I got y'all. Listen to me right now. Number one,
money.
I don't bet. I'm just telling y'all can take this to the bank. Y'all can keep this receipt, okay? Denver doesn't make the playoffs. They don't finish higher than 3rd. Miami makes the playoffs, and Tua has a Pro Bowl to MVP type season. A Pro Bowl to MVP type season. Mark my words. Put it down.
With the team that runs the ball.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Steven, didn't you have the Heat winning the championship too?
Shut up!
Did you just say the same thing?
Enough, bro.
We have a team that we have a coach that loves running the ball and a team that's designed to run the ball.
But the coaches are Don Shula. He's not going to do that here. He's going to do what he did in the line and pass the ball.
I said a Pro Bowl.
Hey, at the same time, Watt Jones made it to the Pro Bowl, so hey, anything is possible with that. With that notion.
I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. We're not going to be like the 49ers.
I'm just saying, look, the disrespect on Wilson's name right now, Russell Wilson, is insane. You're leaning more towards Carr than Wilson. I can't fathom.
I take it back.
I'm not ready to say that.
The fact that he's saying Russell Wilson. The fact that he's saying Russell Wilson and Drew Lock is the same thing bothers me. That's what bothers
You
me. That you're
think
saying that
Russell
Russell Wilson and
Wilson's
Drew Lock
career?
is the same person.
You think his career has been resurrected by going to Denver?
Yes.
I've
That's what
seen
I'm getting
Denver
at.
resurrect careers
Yes.
before.
You saw them resurrect one career.
Crypto.
A career that we were
Whose
all
career
Who has the
didn't
better
even be
O-line? Who has the
resurrected
better
if it wasn't
O-line?
for
being
an injury?
Who has the better O-line, Denver or Seattle?
Don't be surprised if
Who has the better run
Right
game?
now, it's Denver.
I saw.
Who has the better run
I've
game?
seen. Hold on, this is El Capitan right now.
It's a wash.
I've seen quarterbacks go to Denver and resurrect their career. I've seen plenty of people go to Denver and have
Who has
this
a better
amazing
defense?
career.
What has Russell Wilson been crying about and begging for the last 5-8 years?
What about Tebow?
He's been begging for a line.
Don't give
That's
me
it.
Jesus
He
and
had
Cleveland.
everything
And he
else.
got
That
one.
team was
Jesus
stacked.
and Cleveland.
And
Don't talk
he
about
That
Jesus.
team
got
was
one.
stacked compared to Denver. They was just as good as Denver's.
But guess what? Now he has an O-line. Now you
I
give him
can't believe y'all are
Russell
sitting
Wilson.
here.
That's the only
Russell
thing he
Wilson could've
didn't have
moved in
in
the
Seattle
pocket.
was an
Yeah.
O-line.
But hold on.
Yeah,
He had
Denver
great
might win it
receivers.
all.
He had good running backs.
They might win it all.
He had a
You
great
giving Russell
defense.
Russell Wilson could buy time with a trash O-line.
That's the
And now you're giving
new
him
hot
even
take.
more time?
That's the new hot take from my panel today. Denver's a Super Bowl contender. That's the new
Yeah,
hot take from you.
yeah. Russell Wilson and Jerry Judy might.
That means it's
Judy.
11
Jerry
Super Bowl
Judy might tear it
contenders in
up.
the
You know.
AFC, Stephen
Russell
D.
Wilson in Denver.
He
is
might
a
be the
Super Bowl
MVP in the.
contender
You know, he
today.
might be the MVP. So
Listen, comeback
I
player
don't
of the
believe
year,
it, but
Russell
that's
You're
Wilson.
giving
I
this guy
might have to
Comeback player of the
reevaluate
year,
my
take
take
it to
on
the bank.
Jacksonville.
Comeback player of the year,
Jacksonville might
Russell
be a
Wilson.
Super Bowl contender by these definitions.
Hey,
Anybody could be a Super Bowl contender.
if Denver
It's
could
That's
be a
what I'm
Super
saying.
if Denver could be a Super
MCJB, I
Bowl,
might have to reevaluate my Jacksonville take. They might be
So
Super
hold on.
Bowl
Denver and
contenders based
Jacksonville
on
is
these
the same team
definitions.
now?
No, we're just it's
That's
the
what
So
NFL.
y'all
Denver and
telling me.
Jacksonville is the same team now.
Anything could happen. Let's just say that.
you're right. Anything can happen. Anything.
It's the NFL.
It's the NFL.
They're all professionals.
What I say,
Y'all are
bro,
wrong.
get out of here with
No,
that.
you
I don't know
are
what I need to
wrong.
go do
I
now.
think
We might have
Russell
to
Wilson's due
elevate
for
the
an
Chicago
MVP
Bears
season.
and the Detroit Lions to this discussion.
I clear after these takes I've been hearing. I clearly need to go get my pre-workout tested to see if it's not laced or anything. Because
I need a drink.
Jiminy Crickets, man.
Russell Wilson
I gotta-
equals MVP.
Kirk Cousins.
BTAN are the new
That's a
letters,
stretch
Steven. Needs to
MVP,
put on
but
his thing.
comeback
No,
What's
player of the
Russell
year,
Wilson.
Russell
BTAN?
Wilson.
What level 2 noob? What's BTAN?
Batan.
Batan.
But
Palmer. So Jimmy Garoppolo was
man.
15.
Yes, I have Garoppolo at 15.
Crypto, did you hear the whole entire show?
Herbert. How would you have Herbert in the top 12?
Bag takes and nonsense. So level 2 noob, you don't. Do you not think that? Come on, bro.
level 2
I
needs
thought
to
you were
get
on my
up on
side,
there
level 2 noob.
and
I thought you were my boy. What happened?
Crypto.
get in.
Yeah.
Crypto. Okay, hold on, Steven. Let me have a conversation with Crypto just for a second. So,
I mean, why not?
would you place Tua above Goff and Jimmy G?
Above Golf and Jimmy G? No.
Yes. All right, see? Crypto got sense.
Would I put him above basically at 15 or 16? No, this is all jacked up. No.
So would you put Tua above Goff?
No, golf said golf numbers and is still better than Tua's.
Everybody
So why is this list jacked up? Where am I wrong here?
So why is Jameis not above
because
Tua?
because you have him ahead of Tannehill and Jamison Winston and Jalen Hurts.
So, Crypto, we had a whole conversation with somebody.
Listen,
I
would start Pickett over Winston because that's just me.
I think Jalen Hurts,
Winston,
and
nothing.
Tannehill is a little
I
better
don't know
than
about
Tua.
that. I don't know.
I'm just
about
saying,
that.
if it was my football team, I would not be comfortable.
Y'all
with
getting
Jameis Winston as
disrespectful
my
about
number
my
one.
quarterback.
I wouldn't be comfortable with
bro.
Von Joe, are you wearing?
Quarterbacks that could be good. All those quarterbacks could win you a
Level 2
Super
noob
Bowl
said I was on your side until you decided
if
to
you
take
build the
red
right
and
team
blue,
around
bro.
them.
You're lost
Are you
in the
wearing
Clippers.
a Rock wrestling shirt? Is that what? Is that what that is?
No, he has a workout
Any
brand.
Kenny,
He got a
any
workout brand.
Mariota can
does he?
win the Super Bowl.
It's cooking.
He partnered with whatchamacallit? What's that team? What's that that workout brand
XFL?
with the Under Armour? No, Under Armour. He partnered with Under Armour
did he?
and made a brand.
I
So I saw this. I was like, yo, this is hot. This is fire.
It looks like it's low to the
Bad
dark.
takes and nonsense. Bad
I need
takes
to
and
lose weight and get
nonsense.
me a shirt.
Hey, Von Joe, I was saying golf had back to back. He had a 4,600 yard season. Then he followed up with another 4,000 yard season. They were the reason the Rams were in the Super Bowl with the number one ranked offense because of him.
Listen,
And
somebody told me that.
No,
they was
the
a
number one
Brian.
ranked
They was a
offense
Brian,
because of
basically a
Todd
Brian
Gurley.
Flores
Don't do
elite
that.
defense away from being a Super
Don't do
Bowl
that.
champion.
No, they were
Again,
Todd
we had
Gurley
a
away
whole
from being the Super Bowl champion.
we had a whole
No, they
argument
was
that
they
They
was a
were
Brian
a
Flores
Todd
away.
Gurley.
That was the reason why
They lost by one score. If they had Todd Gurley, they would have won with ease.
they had. Listen, we
They
had a
only gave
whole
up 10
argument.
points in that Super Bowl. What are you talking about?
Crypto. There
That's
was a whole
because
argument that
Todd
number one
Gurley
Passing
Tua is
offense.
better
They
than
just
Goff
couldn't get
and
their
Jimmy G.
passing game
That's
together.
because
Hold
They didn't
on,
need
Todd
no
hold on,
running
Gurley
hold on.
back.
did not play.
Rashad, hold on. So
They didn't need no running back.
Crypto. We had a whole argument that Tua is better than Jimmy G and Goff. And I sat there and said, okay, they took their teams to the Super Bowl. So that means that Tua needs to take this team to the Super Bowl because he has all the talent.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
Exactly. It's a fair argument, but okay. So I just want to make sure that I'm not being completely out here with that take.
Honestly, that's kind of why I've
Yeah,
even
he
said
would
on
have
my
to.
show, Vaughn.
If he's
That's why
better
I said
than
on
them,
my show that
'cause they did it.
there's a world where the Dolphins go to the playoffs and play in a playoff game and still potentially move off of Tua because of the constructed team. Just saying.
Like Jimmy G.
You know,
Like Jimmy G.
that's exactly right. If we're looking at San Francisco and how they're pivoting on their offense, they want a dual threat quarterback. Granted, Tua's far and away better of an athlete than
Speaking of dual
Jimmy
threat
G is.
quarterbacks, El Capitan. Anybody heard
Yeah, they
about
want dual
Lamar
threat.
Jackson's contract situation?
Lamar
See, there you
Jackson,
go.
Lamar
by
Jackson.
all accounts, Lamar is holding firm. He's not going. He's not signing anything. I don't.
Why
honestly,
wouldn't you ask me that? I live up here in Baltimore.
Good
Because
morning,
I know right now your takes are so horrible. I
Baltimore.
can't even trust you right now, Steven. I don't know who you are.
Oh, wow.
I don't know who you are.
Wow. We wilding out today, boy.
I don't know who you are.
Wildin'. No
You
doubt.
worry me so much. I don't know who I'm speaking to. Drew Lock and Russell Wilson are the same people.
The hate is real today. That's fine.
bro, I'm saying
It is
Drew
real.
Lock
Because
and
I don't
Russell
know
Wilson.
what Russell Wilson did to you so that you hate him so much. I really don't know what that man did.
Who, Russell?
Listen,
Did I say I hated Russell?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I never said that.
You clearly
I
hate
have
Wilson.
I have him at 11 on my list.
Then why
I
are you
just
clearly hate Russell
because
Wilson.
I don't think he makes the playoffs this year, guys. And
Exactly.
I truly
You
I
clearly
truly
hate Russell
feel
Wilson.
I truly
That man
feel
is a
deep
model
down in my
citizen.
gut. I
He
like
even
the guy.
saved Sierra.
Nothing against him.
Russell Wilson is
saved
Can I say
Captain
something
Save. He saved
Because you're
Sierra.
Level 2 noob says because you're compromised, Steven, you can't be trusted.
Fully compromised.
Can I say something real quick?
He goes,
What's in that tea this morning,
He
Steven?
said that ain't Stephen B. That's his twin, Stefan.
What kind of tea are you
Oh,
really
from State
drinking,
Farm?
bro?
That's the farm from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Stefan?
Hey, Steven.
It's
Khaki.
Stephanie.
Hideous.
Steven, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
I just want to say happy birthday to Solo D.
Who?
That's my guy right there. Solo.
Whose birthday is it?
It's Solo's birthday.
I don't know that guy. I've never heard of
I
him
don't know him
before a
either.
day in my life.
Happy birthday, brother.
It's
Well,
the
happy
honorable
birthday,
Solo
man.
D's.
Yeah.
It's the Honorable Solo D's birthday.
Man, y'all know what the hell I meant. I'll pay
The
that
Honorable
credit
Solo
card,
D. The Honorable Solo D's birthday.
too. Well, happy birthday. God dang.
Let's try to call Solo.
He ain't gonna pick up.
I know nobody.
He said he don't
that
like
man better be having
Fine.
brunch something. I know it's my
He's
birthday.
gonna
Don't
answer
call
and
me
be
in the
like,
morning.
hello? Nobody's home. He's gonna hang up.
Listen,
He's
on
probably
Father's Day and Mother's
selling a
and
house
my
right
birthday,
now.
don't call me in the morning.
He's not gonna pick up.
Happy birthday.
He's not gonna pick up.
Nope.
He said he don't like you.
Boo.
Probably.
Are you sending him the lady in the cake?
Happy
No, that
birthday, dear Mr. President.
No, you don't get that. You don't.
I got
get
kids,
that man,
bitch.
You don't get that man looking for
You
a
have some
divorce on his
bad
birthday.
You have some bad takes lately, Steven. Look what you said about Miami. All right.
See, Steven?
All right.
See, Steven? It's not just me,
Dang,
man. We don't know who
Steven.
you are anymore.
I find it funny when y'all say honorable, like he's like Elijah Muhammad, the honorable Solo D. That's his name. That's his full rap name, the honorable Solo D.
Oh, excuse me.
Wow. Whoa.
Dude.
Rude.
And,
Rude.
That should be part of the sludge jar.
and for the record, hey, Stephen D.
Yes.
I was going to say, and for the record, as far as the Rams losing that Super Bowl with Jared Goff, irregardless of them not having Gurley, they still had 154 yards on the ground in that game, and they still lost. They had 154 yards in that game, which is pretty good. They just couldn't get the ball through the air because Brian Flores' defense shut them down.
You don't need the ball through the air with Todd Gurley. Sorry.
All I gotta say
They
is
couldn't.
my mind, boss.
They didn't need a running game. They needed a passing game.
every
They had
team,
an
I feel
efficient
like
game
every
on the
team,
ground.
every team
Tell that
that's
to
been on the
Marshawn Lynch.
cusp and has upgraded their quarterback position.
I'm just
has
here
done
so I
better,
won't get
Steven.
fired.
Marshawn Lynch ain't got nothing to do with the Rams. They never played for the Rams.
You seen what he did for Seattle, right?
It's totally different. Once again, 154 yards is adequate to win the game.
Listen, first off, Marshawn Lynch is powered
They
by
didn't
Skittles.
need him. Just like this
So-
year's Rams didn't need their running back, and they won through the air.
We actually got their running. We actually got their running back now.
Happy birthday, dear.
Because we got Sony Michel was their running back last year, right?
No.
Yeah.
Akers
No,
was
2
their
years
running
ago.
back,
2 years
who got
ago.
shut down to like 30-something yards in the Super Bowl. They
No,
didn't
they
need
did
him. They
have
said,
Sonny.
to hell with him. We got
They
Cooper
did have
Kupp.
Sonny. My bad.
Wait, did they have? Wait, hold on. Did they have Sony?
They had Sonny.
Akers was
They had
coming
some-
off
they-
an injury,
they had
though.
him.
Let's be
They had
real.
him.
Akers was injured late in the season.
Because I
and
know
he
I'm not
wasn't-
tripping. I'm like, Sony got
Yeah,
a ring.
Akers
But
was
my
doing-
point
like
is-
800 yards.
when they grabbed the bull by the horn when they running game was shut down, and they got it done through the air, just like the
They
2018
grabbed the
Rams
bull by
couldn't
the
do.
horns when they upgraded the quarterback position. Okay, they fixed the one issue they had, the quarterback position.
100%, Vonjo. 100%. That was the bull by
What
the horns.
quarterback?
Stafford.
Stafford. What's he
That's
talking
because
about?
Stafford is slightly better.
Yes, that's what he said.
Yeah, but
All
that
right,
wasn't
that's what they had
that
today.
wasn't like that was the difference maker.
Yes, it was.
They
'Cause
they
Goff
could
is
have
a-
won that year. They could have won that year with Goff.
Goff.
He just ran up against a better
Goff is-
defense.
I don't know. Goff is a how should I say?
The
a
Patriots defense
decision-
was better than
he's
the
a- he's a
Bengals
flubber.
defense.
The film is out.
Miami
on Goff,
Palkins. What's up, Miami Palkins? How
The
are you?
Patriots
Goff
defense
is
was
more
better.
liable.
Bill Belichick's defense was better than the Bengals defense in this year's Super Bowl.
Mr. Palk, set everyone straight, please.
Okay. New England is going to the Super Bowl
Y'all have a good afternoon,
with
boys.
Devontae
Good
Parker.
episode, Jimmy. What'd you say, Mr. Polk?
I said New England's going to the Super Bowl with Devontae Parker.
New England's
No,
going
no.
to the Super Bowl? All right. I stand
No, no.
corrected. That's
No,
not
no.
the wildest take somebody's had today. Now this is.
No,
Yeah.
you didn't hear me good. I said Super Bowl.
Oh, the Super Bowl. Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I was about to say, Mr. Polk. I'm like, hold up now. Hold up,
I was gonna
Mr.
say,
This
man,
patrol of the year right here.
I was gonna say
No,
I
I-
can't take too much more of this. I can't take too much more wild takes.
Oh man.
Nah,
But listen, I don't
was
listen.
going,
Listen,
what's
crypto's
the
gonna hate.
subject?
Crypto's gonna hate this. Crypto is gonna absolutely hate this take.
Uh-oh.
I think that Devontae Parker has 1,000 yards season this year.
Ooh,
No
my
way.
heart.
He
You need
doesn't
minus
keep
1,000
300 yards this season.
All right.
My
You need
heart.
minus 1,000.
Okay. Remember I said it.
Keep on. All right, Vonjo. Stop your foolishness, man.
Okay.
Make sure you put them weights down when you make a take like that, because you bound to bang your head on something.
Yeah,
Listen,
and-
remember I said it. Don't be
and
surprised.
make sure you eat the right mushrooms now. Don't eat the poisonous mushrooms.
I don't even like mushrooms. I hate mushrooms. Mushrooms are not even allowed in my house. I'm not a
Are
mushroom
those
type of guy.
weights that are clanging back there, or are those beer bottles?
That's
Nah,
what
those
it is.
are weights I'm
I
putting
think it's
everything
more
up.
like the wine bottles. It's great. You think
But speaking of which, I do need to go get a bottle of wine. Cause listen, hold on. I did get a wine crypto that I think you guys will absolutely enjoy. Right? So me and my wife went to a wine tasting. She planned the whole thing. It was absolutely amazing. It was date night and she planned it. And
We
we
talking about
tasted
wine
this.
tastings? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
This wine called Adaba is from South Africa. And they actually, when you buy a bottle, part of the proceeds actually go to the education in South Africa, like the impoverished schools around there. But it's a Chardonnay, and the wine is absolutely amazing too.
Well, bonjour.
Hello, Mr. Paul.
Go ahead, Mr. Paul. I'm sorry. That was my fault.
No. No, I say
I was
got
hearing a lot
something
of background noise from you. Go ahead.
Now I say I'm going to say something that's going to make you want to go to North Africa and get some wine.
Yo, name it.
The Dolphins going to have 14 wins.
Okay,
Dolphins
see,
gonna have 14
nah. See, I don't know what you're drinking. That's definitely not wine.
Level 2 dude said, "Wine, is this my wife's book club or a sports chat?"
Listen, wine is dope. Don't do that. I love me some wine. All right, I'm a wine drinker. I'm an advocate. Wine. I should say I support wine. How about that?
All right, so so real quick, let me bring up. Hey, Mr. Park, I'm just gonna put you on mute because I got some background noise coming from you. I want to remind you. I don't know if y'all heard, but Tyreek Hill is coming out with his own podcast. Did y'all hear that?
Is he doing it before the season or after the season?
I blame you people.
He's already started. So he's coming out with a podcast, and here's a 37-second clip of the podcast.
I'm gonna have to do that guest special that he's been asking me to do.
Yeah. Okay. Let me know how that goes, bro. And
I don't think this is a good idea, man.
Here we go.
I don't either.
On that.
Can y'all hear?
All right. So this wasn't a that you commanded crazy amount of money, right?
No,
this was a situation where you know what you're capable of. Drew knows what you're capable of.
Correct.
The team knows what you're capable of, but they just didn't utilize you. Now follow up on that.
Right.
Do you think this was a situation to suppress his stats, to drop that value down when it came to a potential trade or a signing?
You know, no lie, yeah. Real say word. You ain't never told no lie.
Man. So I got
What do y'all think? El Capitan, I'll start with you, man. What do you think of that?
So if they're going to dig in on that type of subject right there, I am game. Where they're holding a player back for contract stuff, that's the kind of things I want to hear players talk about. That you could sign me up all day.
You know, it's funny, right? Because David Lang, who is part of the media down here in South Florida, says it always goes well when an athlete secures a huge bag and then launches a podcast. Right, Duncan Robinson? Duncan Robinson, for those of you who don't know, has a really, really good podcast. But obviously Duncan Robinson hasn't done anything to help his, career on the court, right? And
so the radio host, Steven,
Go
the
ahead.
radio host in me is excited. The Dolphins fan in me, I think it's an absolute distraction. And it opens him up for not so much criticism, because, I mean, it's hard to criticize such a great freak athlete like him, but it opens him up to put himself in bad situations where, I mean, listen, he looks at the chat with people that have no filter on their hate to Tua. He could come out, overextend himself, and say some things he probably would regret. So I don't know.
So to your point, and I'll get everybody's viewpoint on here. Doing a podcast every day like I do, I know that what I say will come back and haunt me or come back on me 6 months from now, right? So I do have to be aware of everything I say and whatever I say. That is why I'm okay with being called a flip-flopper. That's why it doesn't bother me. That's why if I'm wrong, I can be like, well, it's whatever, right? I think that's part of running a podcast. I think that's part of being, somebody in the media when it comes to that. When you're a player, I don't think I have an issue with a player wanting to do podcasting. I think it's very entertaining. I listen to it. I also think, though, with that being said, that there is some truth in it that there will be some controversy out of it. Whether it affects the locker room or the person's playing ability, I don't know. I just know that there'll be some controversy surrounding it. Whether that's through the fan base, whether that's through the locker room, that's to be determined. But I think you have to realize that part of what a player, I think when most players decide to start a podcast, they do it with the intention of, hey, look, I want to create some noise. So let me say something controversial or big to try to get my podcast off the ground.
But Steven,
I think that's where they're wrong. That's where they come.
I think it's a horrible idea, Steven.
Here's the reason.
Terrible.
I agree, and this is the reason why I think it's bad. Is because is he going to be hosting it? Is he a host or he's just going to be guest?
No, it's his podcast. It's his podcast.
So if we're not winning, how are you going to answer those tough questions that people are going to ask you on your podcast, or are you going to skate by it? If we lose a game or we lose another game. If let's say, hey, if the quarterback is not what you said that you said he was during the preseason, right? And let's say Tua struggles, and what are you going to say then?
So his podcast is called "It."
If your numbers are not the same,
it needed to be said by Tyreek.
Then
Hill, the name of the podcast.
he'll be honest, Von Joe.
Okay, but if your numbers are not the same, who are you going to?
He'll either say my quarterback's trash or he's the greatest.
Well, I can only assume
again,
that the team's got to have some kind of.
Yeah, he did it with
I don't want to
Patrick
say a
Mahomes
monitoring
when he
of
first
it.
got there. He called Patrick Mahomes trash.
So El Capitan.
I'm sorry.
I like where El Capitan's going. I'm going to let you finish your statement, and then I'm going to answer to it. Go ahead.
I would imagine that, just because because he wants to be candid on the radio. Well, say Tua is a complete bust, and everyone knows it. Tyreek Hill can't go on there and say he's a bust because the organization of the Dolphins, that doesn't help us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to give a guy $100+ million to trash a quarterback that I as an organization is probably trying to move off of and sell. You know what
so
I'm saying?
he's still going to be muffled.
That's right. Right.
So hold on.
Yeah.
Let me
don't hurt his trade value. I can see that.
Let me put this up there. Number one, I will say this. The organization is probably scared out of their mind. I'm getting a lot of feedback from somebody in the background. The organization is scared out of their mind that he's doing this, because all organizations want the players to do, and this is the reality, they just want to be quiet, play your game, football. Shut up and play football. And I'm not a person of that. I don't attest to that motto, right? Like, I feel like players have a voice, use it. If you feel strongly about something, use it. I think, though, when the podcasting comes into play, you're asking for some controversy and trouble.
Big time.
It's gonna happen. If you want to be look at Aaron Rodgers. Let's look at Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a weekly guest on Pat McAfee's show every Tuesday, right? And he says some stuff that just piss people off and rub people the wrong way. But Aaron Rodgers also produces on the field and wins football games.
Yeah, he's still
it's a terrible idea. I can already hear ESPN or Fox Sports saying the words, and in headlines today, Tyreek Hill made headlines because I don't know, he said something in his podcast.
Quote from the Tyreek Hill show.
Swirling, like negative response around the NFL. I don't know. Because when you have how can you host a podcast and not be genuine or honest from show to show? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's impossible.
Like,
you come out,
you
fake,
can't
they're
just
gonna find out.
You can't fake it. Like, you know what I mean?
It's impossible.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, like, I don't see it. I don't see it being a good thing. But he could prove us all wrong. But right now, no, I don't see that. And then with that clip that you just played, it makes me even more uncomfortable. I don't want our team to have to deal with any of that crap. Like, just show up to the field. Enough of the off the field crap. Are you serious? We got a guy doing a podcast? Man, get out of here with that. Hell no.
And you're more under the microscope by doing that. And
I think
it's a professional risk, to say the least.
The thing is, he's also talking about something that's very controversial, by the way. All right, so
You
it's a
guys
rabbit
do
hole.
know a
It's
lot
not
of these players do these podcasts, right?
It is
Not
politics in a
probably
way.
don't host, but
Kind
they
of.
do these podcasts all the time.
I feel like the way Aaron Rodgers does it is good. Aaron Rodgers is a guest on the biggest podcast platform there is, right? He has
Mike
a weekly
McDaniel
segment.
has a
He has a
Yeah, he's
weekly
a guest.
segment, and I don't think that Pat McAfee, for the most part, is going to put him in anything.
Yeah, he's
where
not going to hang him out to dry.
Correct.
Stephen, Mike
I feel like
McDaniel
when
has a conference right now.
I feel like
Oh.
okay for OTAs.
I think so. It just went up.
I'll replay it here in a little bit. I feel like
For what? What Mike McDaniel's gonna say. People showed up, and I just want everybody to be great.
Vanjo, let me finish my statement. So I
Right,
feel
that's
like
it, Vanjo.
I feel like when you are your own podcast, like there's nobody to filter Tyreek Hill. Like Tyreek Hill is the host of the show. It sounds like he's got somebody with him. But who is that person? Which I don't know who he is, and no disrespect. I don't
That's
know.
right on the payroll.
And like, are you like, you got to understand to Estefan's point, when you do a podcast, you got to be honest. And when you're honest, you cause controversy. That's what's going to happen. Go ahead,
That's what the players need is controversy.
No,
you
I'm
see
just
what
saying,
LeBron
like,
James is doing and how
but all
everybody
those guys
comes on the
are
show and they speak out. But they speak out. That's my point. Some players
Tyreek Hill's
want to be heard.
Exactly,
And
he
he's
is
definitely
accomplished. So if he
yeah.
speak out and the thing is, you're naming, let's say Aaron Rodgers. He's not the host of the podcast, so things could be filtered because you could, and sometimes they're not. And let's not act like Aaron Rodgers did not cause some controversy. But at the same time, Aaron Rodgers controls his destiny. He's the quarterback. He controls his play.
Aaron
Right?
Rodgers
He
is
controls.
a genius, dude. He's calculated. You can tell when he knows he's saying something controversial, he says it.
But the thing is, as a quarterback,
Right,
the thing is,
he's real calculated.
a quarterback could pretty much dictate their numbers, right? Versus a receiver. A receiver can't dictate their numbers. The quarterback still got to get the ball to you.
I think
if
for
your numbers,
us, when we look at it, we know we're
Capitan,
Dolphins fans. We know we're Dolphin fans. It could get dicey for them.
Exactly, because El Capitan, if his numbers takes a dip from what it was in KC, people are going to ask, hey, what's up? What's going on? Why are your numbers taking a dip? Are you going to tell the truth?
Well, they're going to assume.
Or are you
they're
going
going
to
to assume it's the quarterback first.
Yeah, but
then
what is he going to say?
Once he's defending the quarterback, once he defends, you're absolutely right, Bonjo. Once he defends the quarterback, then they're going to go after him and say, well, you've taken a step back. And then now we'll see the calamity that comes with being a player active on the field and having a podcast. I think, again, though.
And even LeBron James having a podcast, again, LeBron James could control his numbers. In a sport like that, basketball players could control their greatness, they could control their numbers. A receiver in the NFL can't control your numbers.
That's true. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think, again, $100+ million from the Dolphins buys you something, and although there's nothing against free speach, that
no, he came here for Tua, man.
They're not gonna. No, I'm talking about Tyreek. That's not what I mean. I mean they're not gonna let him just willy nilly say anything and everything. Behance
they can't suppress him. Like he's going to be allowed to say whatever he wants.
Yes and no,
Steven.
Yes and no, bro. Yes and no. Again, that's what my point was. $100+ million buys you something, and if it's, hey, Tyreek, stop saying this on your podcast, there's got to be some form of language either in that contract or going to be put up in the contract because something has changed and becoming a public figure.
He's doing this on his own, though.
But you gotta relax.
I got that. But the Dolphins got to protect themselves from what comes out.
But you could tell when somebody's
mouth.
being disingenuous.
Y'all got to relax, bro. He's not going to pull an AD. He's not going to pull an AD.
We're relaxed. We're being realistic. Look,
Chill.
no,
I'm being realistic.
No. Rashad's saying that we need. No, I ain't relaxed, bro. No, this is not a good idea. This ain't going to end well. You have to talk too much when you have a podcast. No.
Okay.
No, he can. This sucks.
The only way it ends well.
First of all,
if
it's
we're
hard
doing
enough
well.
out here in the podcast world and the YouTube channel world, Tyreek. You $100 million, He gonna gobble up all the
But
good stuff.
here's the
Steven. We
thing.
got new
It's
competition, dog.
Is it more so you afraid he might say something bad about the quarterback or anything?
I'm talking about from the organization's point, and bad about the quarterback, good about the quarterback, whatever. It's that if the organization has something they're trying to do with the team, and Tyreek Hill, being candid, says something else that prevents them or hurts them in the organization, he starts talking trash about, I don't know, just slipping up and saying something bad about a player, or agreeing with someone saying something bad, they might want to get off that player, and now he went from being potentially in trade talks for a 2nd-round pick to them going, you know what, I want a 5th-round pick. Because whether we like it or not, the narrative and the stuff outside of football, when you're selling something to somebody, the people who are purchasing it, like in football. So if say we trade Tua to Carolina, say Tua's
But not every GM in the league, Capitan, is going to take a player on his word. They're going to go by their own eyes and whether or not.
I know that. They're still going to buy Tua, say that, but they're going to use that media as a point to devalue what we were going to get in the purchase. So say that Carolina is going to get Tua from us in a trade, just hypothetical. Say Tyreek is saying bad things about Tua. Well, that devalues him to the fans of Carolina, who Carolina then has to sell that, hey, we paid whatever we paid to the Dolphins to get Tua. You know what I'm saying? Like that hurts the Dolphins financially. It might not be so much dollars and cents, but in financial speaking of the NFL with trade value and things like that. That's what I'm saying. They got.
Are you saying more purely from a business thing, not necessarily from other stuff?
The Dolphins LLC per se, you know what I'm saying? The business of the Dolphins. So he's got to tread lightly for what kind of blowback he can have that hurts the team, or even it's just same thing with rumors. You know what I'm saying? Like we get these rumors that are out. We heard about Akeem Hicks coming in here. Well, Akeem Hicks, Drew Rosenhaus puts that out because he wants the Dolphins fans to rally around. No different than J.C. Tretter. J.C. Tretter's agent is probably sprinkling in the Dolphins fan base stuff. Hey, get J.C. Tretter, get J.C. Tretter. Well, we're all clamoring for him. It puts pressure on the organization. Vice versa, if you allow pressure on the organization that hurts them with draft status or trade value, things like that, man. I'm just thinking all things considered. He's gonna have to toe a line there at times.
I mean, plain and simple. If we're winning,
that powerful.
The thing is, if we're winning, it's a great thing because he has nothing to worry about. Talk your talk, right? But if we're losing, if we start losing games, if we start struggling, if his numbers are not there, that's when it becomes uncomfortable. Because at the end of the day, if he's not being genuine when questions are being asked, or some questions are not even being asked, period, and they're just avoiding it, people's gonna see that. People's gonna be like, "Nah, something's wrong," and all type of speculation is gonna start, drumming up. So that's why I don't like it.
And we got a history of that because remember the situation with what's the guy named Incognito?
Yeah, Richie Incognito.
Right. Remember that situation, the locker room situation. That's the thing that concerns me. We don't need no.
These are clips from today's mini camp. Go ahead. I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead. These are
everybody did great. Everybody went out there. We sweat, because it's hot outside. But I just want these guys. I just want these guys to do their best, man. That's all we ask for. Tua's looking good. I know he sweat and he threw the ball around. There was no pads on and they still sweat. We working hard.
Are you saying this is what McDaniel's press conference is?
Yes, that's pretty much what it is in a nutshell right now. Right. Everything is good. Everything is fluffy.
Daniel talks about sweat a lot, apparently.
So I'm just saying we're gonna state the obvious. They ran around on the field. They had cleats on and a jersey. Somebody wore an orange jersey because he had a great time. And so, I feel great. I feel even better tomorrow because it's gonna be a new day and it's gonna be the sun's gonna come out again. So, like Andy said, exactly like Andy said, the sun's gonna come out tomorrow.
Right.
I should be recovered from my hangover by then, and
Oh, look who's
It's all
got the
good.
orange jersey today.
Exactly. See,
Who's
somebody
got
else
it?
got an orange jersey.
Landon Roberts rocking the orange
And-
jersey. He gets
He
to
got
control the
the orange
playbook
jersey.
today.
Exactly. So we know that the orange. At that point, we know the orange jersey is not worth a damn because it's a Landon Roberts wearing it.
Swear jar.
Swear
Swear jar.
Man.
Swear jar.
Damn, Von Joe. Damn.
Landon Roberts catching the hate, bro.
Boy, he caught the fade, boy. Off
At
the
that point,
No
you know,
way
if-
Landon Roberts
I'm just saying, if
deserves that
anybody
jersey.
from our linebacking core got the orange
No
jersey,
way.
so we know the orange jersey has no value at this point.
Or it either has no value or the team is on a bad trajectory.
Listen, at
No,
this point,
it's OTAs.
Defense
Defense always play faster than offense.
Listen,
guys.
I don't
We're either on our way
At
to
this
0-17 or
orange
17 and
jersey is
0.
not worth anything. I don't want to hear nothing about people talking about, hey, Tua got the orange jersey, Hunt got the orange. That orange jersey value just dropped. Like the point.
Just
Right?
DJ privileges
Joe,
at this
listen,
point.
why does everybody hate Landon Roberts? Don't
Vondra
you guys realize that
says no
Landon
lie.
Roberts,
Listen,
I don't hate him.
Landon Roberts is the guy that
Roberts
on
wearing that.
defense that
Hold on, Landon Roberts wearing that orange jersey is like Elon Musk saying Dogecoin is just a gag.
Right.
The value
It is a
just
gag.
plummet. All right, that's exactly what
Landon
happened.
Roberts is one of the few guys that immediately turned his support on defense for Tua against Flores. So just so you know.
Am I
doesn't make
hearing
me
this,
feel any
Von
better.
Joe? Are you saying that Landon Roberts is like the meme coin of the Miami Dolphins?
That's exactly what that sounded like.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I am not biting my tongue. I am not
Wow.
hesitating.
Landon Roberts, defensive
Listen,
player on the
Landon
Dolphins
Roberts
of the year.
is the Jesse Davis of our linebacking core.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, that's
Wow,
tough.
bro. Now that
I wouldn't say
that's
that.
No.
He
That's
is
just
the
cover,
worst.
bro.
He
Could he
is the
cover?
worst starting linebacker in
Could he
our
cover?
linebacking core, but he
I
isn't
think
Jesse Davis
He
bad.
is the Jesse Davis of our linebacking core.
Daniel
Wow.
Oyefusi reporting first of 2 days of Dolphins mandatory minicamp just ended. Veterans such as Teron Armstead, Xavier Howard, and Byron Jones were in attendance but did not participate in team drills. That's fine, but they were there. I like it. I'm good with that.
Well, Mike Daniels, hey, Landon Roberts, so he got the orange jersey. Well, he came to me and I saw his playlist and I really like it. So I said, hey, man, you got the aux. All right, I'm going to give you the aux. All right. So after looking at his playlist, I had to give him the aux cable to, and he had to wear the orange jersey because, he had some people on there that I really
Now we're
enjoyed.
talking about favoritism. I don't like that either.
Hey, this is Emmanuel. This is Emmanuel Agba pushing the sled. Emmanuel Agba pushing the sled.
I'm loving these underwear Olympics. This is great.
Listen, again, Landon Roberts has the orange jersey, okay? Because he had a great playlist. That's my take. Nobody could tell me any different.
He had a great playlist.
He went to McDaniels and said, yo, check out my playlist. This is what I'm going to do when I win the orange jersey. McDaniels
man.
looked at him and said, hey, bet, say no more. I got
Yeah,
you.
some Jay-Z is
I take
sprinkled
that
in there.
orange jersey as disrespect now.
Here is
The
some video
disrespect on Landon Roberts. It's
of Tua throwing today at minicamp. I don't
So
wanna
he
get
just
flagged
turned
for
around and said,
using-
wait, what's the play again? Yo, that's fire. That's
Who's
fire.
he throwing to?
Let me see.
I don't know, but it's fire.
That ball was late. Sorry.
Yeah, it was a little late.
That was a stationary target. What do you mean?
Nah.
Well, to be
I see a hell with-
real,
I do not want stationary targets in this offense. This is not looking good.
so
I want
to
to
be
see
real,
guys to
a lot
be
of
moving.
this
That ball was high. I
offense
don't like it.
is
Teddy threw it
forcing
high.
the
I don't like
defense
it.
into zone. It's forced the defense into zone and know where your landmarks are for offenses. And there's those.
I love how
pockets
we're
in the zone.
critiquing every single pass of Tua here. By the way,
I don't
all of them
like
have been in
stationary
front.
targets. I'm getting a little queasy here. The stationary targets is bothering me. I want them
Wait,
moving around.
which one is Tua?
Tua is all these passes that you're
The
seeing.
one without the
Tua's
orange jersey.
No, both of them are wearing red jerseys. I want to know
With the
which one
red
is him. So
jersey.
I know this is Tua on the right.
Tua's on the right.
Those two just throwing.
Just a drill throwing to There we go.
Okay.
All right, now look. This is where
Tua's on the left.
Tua's on the right. Tua's on
On the right?
our right. Yep.
Okay. And
That was in
ball,
front of the
okay.
receiver, led the
All right,
receiver.
protected.
That
Protected the
was a
receiver.
good pass. That was a good pass.
I love how
All
we're
right.
critiquing it.
Height, okay, right there.
Led the
That was a little
receiver.
high. That was a little high. I don't like the receiver. I don't like the receiver leaving
That's
big
how.
feet.
That's
Led
how
the
you should have hit
receiver.
Easy E.
That third one was a perfect pass.
And led the receiver.
Perfect pass. I like it. Super Bowl.
That's it.
Super
Now,
Bowl
That's it,
bound.
Von
now
Joe.
he's on the left here. He's on the left. Tua's on the left now. And he led that receiver.
Super Bowl
Nope.
bound.
Nope. He was jogging.
Listen, every 7-7 game, we're going to the Super Bowl. Okay.
I need
With all these
Yeah,
weapons.
it's like arena football. We're going to be
Let me
playing
ask
arena
you,
football.
Did
7-on-7, we're going to the Super Bowl.
break down 8 throws of Tua in mandatory training camp?
Yep, that's
about
exactly
how
what
he
we did.
led. That's so sad. I hate myself for that. I really do.
I want to see. I
There
want
you
to see.
go.
No, but the thing is, I want to see film on Landon Roberts and why he got this orange jersey. I'm banging on the table. I need proof.
He got the
of
film.
why.
He got it because he's the best defensive player on the field that day. The other day. That's
What?
why.
Was he the fastest in running wind sprints? Like
He did.
What?
He was the best. He was the best looking out there. He had his
Again,
hair
man,
redone.
I'm telling you.
Got a
I'm
new.
telling you.
That is
fresh.
false.
Boy, look how
What he
handsome
did-
that man.
what
Look
he
how
did
handsome that man looks.
is
That
a
man
cold
looked handsome.
haircut.
That man looked. Woo!
What
He's a
Elandon
good-looking
Roberts
guy right
did
there.
was give a good pep talk.
So
That's
as you can
all
see,
that was.
So as you can see that he's wearing dark shades, so you can't see his eyes. So because when people lie, they have a tendency to look left first, right? So clearly
That ain't no lie.
they asked the question, hey, why was Landon Roberts wearing an orange jersey? Well, he played well. And he probably looked left like 16 times. His eyes probably got stuck to the left. He probably was looking cockeyed when they asked that question. Okay, because again, I refuse to believe that Landon Roberts is wearing an orange jersey because he was the best player. If he was the best player, I am worried at all phases of the game.
He's a
I
bad
am
player.
so
Von
worried.
Joe.
Jeez, Von Joe. I didn't know
I
you
am
hated
so
Landon
worried.
Roberts.
No. You got to be. Look at all the players that got the orange jersey so far.
Exactly.
Where's
And
Waddle?
then Landon Roberts? No,
Where's
I am so
Tyreek
worried.
Hill? Where's Javon?
I am
Where
worried at
are
so
my
many phases
go-to
of the game.
guys? To
Where's
where,
Jalen Phillips?
man?
Yeah, but
Nope.
Landon
Zach
Roberts is a
Seiler? Come
veteran
on now.
too. He's probably doing a really good
I
job
love
at
Zach, but
helping
come on.
Channing Tindall take his job.
Well, Landon Roberts, he had 15 liters of sweat versus everybody else that had 12. So, he had to get the orange jersey because he sweat the most. So I'm gonna go with that.
They're draining their sweat and measuring it because that's disgusting.
Listen, I believe that's how he got it. His jersey looked the sweatiest.
Where's Teddy?
Y'all tripping.
Why Teddy ain't got the orange jersey yet? That's what I want to know.
Y'all tripping.
And
All
Teddy is
those
busy throwing
Bridgewater-
interceptions.
all
on
those-
defense.
Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel reports no setbacks with Teron Armstead, Byron Jones, or Raheem Moser after offseason surgeries. When they're ready, they will be out there in full swing.
That was about to be my question. Raheem.
That doesn't give me any answers though. When they're ready, they'll play. Duh. I mean, like Raheem Moser.
got a good
they've been
I told
dropping little
you.
hints.
I
They've
told
been
you you're not
dropping
gonna get
hints with
answers.
Raheem Moser that he might not be ready week 1, which to me, I think they might put him on IR tactically because of how
To
many
protect him?
running backs. Yeah, just to protect him. He comes in later in the season fully fresh to a running back unit that at that time probably could use fresh legs and another guy. So I think it would be smart.
I got a question for everybody. If we use Connor Williams at center, who's our left guard?
Tragedy.
Dieter.
Jackson. Austin
Who?
Jackson at left guard.
Dieter can play
Think about
guard.
it. Think about it. I said this on the show the other day.
That's what
If
I
they
was
put
thinking as
Austin
well,
Jackson
Dieter.
at left guard. If they put Jackson,
You said
at
it.
left
You said
guard,
it on my show. You said it on my
I said
show.
it on your show. Yep, on your show.
Okay.
That if Austin Jackson is left guard like he was last year, it'll kind of be recreating the Laramie Tunsil thing when you have a veteran on both sides, and then Jackson will be the next guy as the left tackle later down the line potentially. Or Teron Armstead goes out, you just slide.
Like we
him
did with
down.
Laramie.
So you
That's
sand,
exactly
you sandwich him between experience so you can limit his mistakes.
Well, that and he can
Right.
grow and learn from the veterans around him too, and be a better
What if-
left tackle, left guard, whatever.
True.
Yeah.
I agree
I
with
like-
that.
I-
You got
I'm
Eichenberg
down for
and
that.
Robert Hunt
I
on the
like
right
that.
side.
No,
I like that take. I'll take it.
no,
I'll take it, El Capitan.
Yeah, I think Eichenberg will edge out Jackson as right tackle even in camp. As if it's a battle between the two, I think Eichenberg edges him out.
I would prefer
we
Eichenberg
forget-
at guard, honestly.
I think we forget how much Eichenberg was moved around last year. So like
They was trying to find a natural fit for him.
no, they were having him clean up when everyone else was either injured or playing
Well,
poorly.
that
They
too,
put
but
Eichenberg there.
he didn't find no home. He didn't solidify his own position.
They couldn't give him a
Wasn't
home
there
because
to
he was
move him.
playing cleanup duty.
Couldn't
Go to
give-
your
couldn't give him a
home.
home. Can't give
Go
him a
to
home.
your home.
He didn't
Get your
even have no-
home.
Homeless.
He was the Dorothy of the offensive line. He didn't have a home.
All right, guys. I want to remind you all to hit that like button and donate to the channel. Hit the like button and donate. Hey, Von Joe, tell them to donate. Tell them to donate, man.
Hold on one second. I'm kind of crap. This did
Von
not
Joe's
just break.
slacking.
Von Joe's
No, something
slacking,
just
bro.
no,
Von
something
Joe.
just no. I'm sorry, something just broke, and I did not need it to break. Oh God.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Oh
this is
God.
not-
The
yeah, this is
muscle's
not good.
getting too big, bro.
See,
This is
that's
not
not
good.
that's what needs to happen.
It's big enough to fight crocodiles now. You can fight alligators down there.
I mean, just because I'm in Florida, that don't mean I'm going anywhere where there's a crocodile. Every time I see somebody get attacked by a crocodile or an alligator, I ask them, "What were you doing?" And, like,
Just
are
so
y'all
you know,
doing-
they will show up in your garage.
Every time-
I've
Yeah.
heard horror stories.
That's
You
about
gotta
why I
make sure
leave
you
my-
keep
They
that
were in
door
my
closed.
garage. I was
They
like,
would creep
what?
in there.
They just
Listen.
Florida puppy dogs. What y'all talking about?
Florida
I have
puppy dogs,
listen.
my
I have
butt.
Yeah, make
retention.
sure
That's
your
a
little dogs
Florida
and
puppy
cats are
dog.
not
You
around.
leave
I
that
have
dog
retention
alone.
palms all through my community. Okay.
Nah, but here's
And
the
I have
thing,
yet
though.
to see one in my garage. They sent out a newsletter saying, "Hey, there's a little 2-foot alligator wandering around." I kept my garage door closed even during my workouts.
The worst alligators are the ones people feed because then they see people and think that means food and they go up to them. That's how people's
Yep.
dogs get eaten, their cats, everything like
Exactly.
that. Other
Right,
than
they're
that,
feeding them.
they're feeding them, bro. You can always tell them because they see a
Meanwhile,
person you're in the lake. You
Steven,
walk up,
why is
it
nobody
swims right to
donating?
you.
I haven't had a donation in 3 days.
Holy
For my
cow.
last
Wow.
3 shows.
Where have you
Wait a
been?
minute, you had it for the Miami Heat game.
I said my last
You-
3 shows.
You had the sympathy donation, Stephen D.
Sympathy.
The Miami Heat.
No sympathy donations have been given. See, now that I don't give anything, I haven't given anything away in a couple of weeks. People are like, "Oh, I don't want to donate."
I think people are saving their money thinking that you're about to have a giveaway.
But I'm not going to donate until people
Yeah.
are ready. Like they're like,
think
no,
you-
we don't just appreciate the opportunity to win something. We appreciate you, Steven.
And
That's
we
what I'm
should.
getting at.
We all
Bonzo.
do, because guys, again, we have no national media that's gonna show us love, and apparently now
That
we
ain't
have,
no lie.
we have
Yeah, they don't.
we have Tyreek that's gonna be competing.
Maybe,
for it.
maybe Tyreek will fill the void.
But I doubt
That's
that
a
because
void that's been filled by Tyreek.
Tyreek got to promote Tyreek, so we still not gonna have national media showing us love. But we have clear, we
Man.
have clear, unbiased commentary here. Although after today, I don't know about the bias, but I ain't gonna hold you, Steven. You made it kind of hard for me to say that after your Russell Wilson take. But guys, outside of today, we usually have unbiased takes here. All right. So guys, come on. Donate to the channel. Anything counts. Hey, how many people we got watching right now, actually?
We have 60 people watching.
Everybody just donate $1. You got 100 pennies, 20 nickels, 10 dimes.
I know.
4
a
quarters.
dollar. Just
Everybody
donate $1.
There you
That's
go.
it. 2 50-cent pieces. A whole buck. Come on, guys. Donate.
How about we
Help the channel
subscribe,
grow.
everybody?
No, this is a subscribe only chat, right?
Yeah, this is a subscribe only chat. So everybody
Exactly. You guys already subscribed. You guys already loving the content. Just $1. Just
Andravia said you first, Bonjo. You first.
And if you haven't subscribed,
I am not
and you're
even
in
near
the
my
chat,
computer, but I'll have to come off my phone to donate.
Chef
But-
Jew said I donated on Cash App, Stephen.
But
Oh, look at Chef Jew.
I am pledging. Does pledging count, Andrevius?
Chef Jew just donated $10.
There
I
we
would
go.
say pledging counts.
I'm gonna pledge $5.
Uh-oh. Well, there's 15 right there.
All right. As soon as I get off, which is gonna be in a few minutes because I gotta get ready for work. All right, you got $5 donation coming from Von Joe. So Andrevis, are you gonna match me though?
No,
Andre-
you don't have to go on the
Andrevius,
think about it to get it,
Andrevius, Andrevius says, "I think you're a man of high character."
Nah, I want him to match me.
He gives you a compliment.
Exactly. My character. I want you to match me, Andrevius. If you're gonna call me out, I want you to match me.
All right.
See,
I do appreciate the donations, guys. Thank you.
I don't hear nothing from Andrevius. See, I don't like it.
It's greatly
Andrevius
appreciated.
logged out.
Yeah, Andrevius logged out.
He logged out, paid his compliment, and dipped.
I think you're a man of high character. Peace out.
You're a bigger man than me. Deuces.
But Steven, I gotta go.
Final thought of the day.
Final thought of the day is plain and simple. All right, you guys ready? As of today,
14 wins.
As of today, we just found out that the orange jersey has lost all value. If you guys if you guys think that orange jersey is worth anything, it's not. All right, Orlando is wearing the orange jersey. That's my final take. And love you guys. And I am so worried for this team right now. I do not feel
Adios,
good.
Vaughn.
I do not feel good at all.
Hey, Vaughn, guess what? Tomorrow we come out with 5 more names. 10 through 6 tomorrow.
Ooh,
there it is.
Good.
All right,
good.
5 more names, and hopefully they make sense because we
Hey,
already
Stephen
know.
D, I think Tua should have been in your top 5, man.
Andrevius beat you. He donated 10. So who has more character?
Hey,
Chivalry.
Andrevius, you're a great man. All right.
I mean, the challenge was for you folks. I always support through the pocketbook. That's true.
Right.
Andrevius always supports.
Hey, and again, he's a great man. All right. Be blessed.
Better man than me. I'm not donating nothing,
You
Steven.
guys
I
take
love
care.
you, buddy.
Yeah, you're all right. I love you,
Have a
Bonjo.
good
Be
one,
good,
Bonjo.
Bonjo. All right, El Capitan. Final thought of the day, El Capitan.
Final thought of the day. Great show, Steven. Thanks, everybody.
I had fun. This was fun. You should come up here more often.
I come up when I can.
I don't know if you know this or not, but you're kind of a big deal.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
I know.
Wow.
That's
all right. So
that's
my final thought,
fun.
though. My final thought is by week 10 in the NFL, Russell Wilson's getting consideration for comeback player of the year. Boom.
Oh, okay. All right.
Boom.
All right. Are you done?
Make sure everybody's hitting the like button.
Yeah,
I am. I love everybody. See y'all later.
I love you too, brother. Be good.
All right.
You too, bro.
Miami Polk Fins. Mr. Polk, final thought of the day.
Thanks for having me on the show, Stephen D. Normally I'd be running around when I can't catch the show, but I ain't going nowhere today. So I said, let me jump on here, see what's going on. Thanks for having me.
Brother.
I think we're going in the right direction. I really do. And like I said before, and I say again, we got the blueprint. Let's put up the building.
Yeah. I got you, man. I appreciate it, man. Be good, all right?
All right. See you later, Crypto.
All right, Mr. Polk. Have a good one, man. I'll see you around.
I like Mr. Polk. That's my guy right there.
Yeah.
Like him a lot. All right, Estefan, final thought of the day.
Man, thanks for having the show, bro. I can't wait for some more terrible takes tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
That's fine.
Yeah, man.
That's
I apologize.
fine.
I think you gave me the floor earlier, but I went in and I stopped at a gas station and got one of these hot dogs with chili and cheese. And then
bro, you are gonna be using the bathroom. You're gonna have the bubble guts here soon, bro.
I got the sauce on my I got sauce t-shirt because I dropped it on my t-shirt and other places. Yeah, man. No, on a serious note, man, y'all keep those families in your prayers. They're doing burials this week. Matter of fact, I just passed by one. So yeah, that's about it, man. Y'all have a good one. Love your kids. If you feel like you need to keep them home throughout this week, there's a lot of copycats out there. Just do it. Just once one day or whatever's left of the school year. So much love to all y'all. See y'all later.
I love you, man. Be good, bro.
Yep. Have a good one.
Vonjo just donated $10. He said, shout out to you, Andrevius Shaw. You are a great man and a scholar. Come on, guys. Let's support and help the channel grow. I appreciate that, Fonjo. I appreciate that. You guys can donate up here just like Vonjo and Andrevius did. $10 or $1, doesn't matter. Or $100, it doesn't matter. Or you guys can do it through Cash App and PayPal like Chef Zoo did. And the links I just put in the chat again, you guys can donate up there. Let's go. Donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. I appreciate the donations from everybody. Thank you very, very much. A chili cheese dog at a gas station in Estefan. This is why no one takes it seriously. That's true. All right, let's go. Who should I have as my final thought? Who do I like more, Crypto or Rashad? That's the real question. All right, we're gonna go Crypto. Final thought of the day, sir.
Good job, Stevie D.
Yes. It was an. I figured he'd be like, "Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did." Final thought of the day, sir.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's a good discussion, good topic. Get the ball rolling, the blood juices flowing. Hey, you got Tua ranked a little bit too low on that list. He should be your top 3 or top 5. He shouldn't even be on there now. It should be like in your last day of reveal. How dare you, Stephen D? 2-9 is coming after you.
Well, they've already been coming out after me.
I'm going to dispatch the flying monkeys at you, Stephen D. It's unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. I got you.
But it's good, man. You just never know who's going to win these divisions. We all make our picks at the beginning in May, and it turned out that about 99% of us all is wrong.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's a fun exercise.
Except I'm gonna be right. That's the thing. That's the difference.
Right. It's a fun. I just never count out guys that consistently make it year in and year out. That's why it's hard for me to count the Chiefs out at any point, because they still got a great quarterback, a great coach, and a good scheme. So until somebody dethrones them, that's when I start picking against them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the way I look at it before I start making my picks. And then all these other divisions, it's a crapshoot.
I hear you.
As far as who's going to win them, because it changes hands all the time. The Kansas City Chiefs have been a one constant for the last 4 years. So everybody else is, put it in a hat, mix it around, and pull out whichever team. It's all a crapshoot after that.
You're right, man.
It's gonna be a fun season. Hopefully we can avoid the death spiral.
We're not. We're gonna be fine there. Don't worry about that.
Yep. Yeah, we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. We just can't let one game throw us off our momentum or whatever.
See my momentum. I got you.
Yep.
All right, brother. Be good, Crypto.
No problem, man.
All right, man. And then there was one.
I just want to say thanks for having me on. Great show today. A lot of controversial. I just butchered that word. A lot of good takes, but
a lot of good takes.
I just want to caution all YouTubers while speaking on these players is after this Javon Kinlaw situation. I hate to bring it back up, but it's clear that these players hear us, because after Tyreek Hill asked about these golfing lessons, if you guys have true dreams of one day broadcasting or critiquing on a high analyst level, let's try to down the criticism more. Working, boss.
You working. About that action, boss. About that action. Rashad, you're off. Did you just get in trouble, Rashad?
No. You said
Who's
what?
that?
I'm not the opener.
Before us.
Oh God! All right.
Oh, Rashad! No! Who are you talking to, Rashad?
Who am I talking? I'm talking to Tyresha.
Tyresha, and who is Tyresha? Does she work with you? Is she a coworker?
Yeah, she is. You
Can
said
we
what?
talk to
I'm
her
on a
real
podcast. They want to talk to you. Hold on, wait a minute.
No, you ain't.
Hey, put me on speaker. Put me on speaker.
What the hell? Hello?
Hey, Hey, the swear jar. You
Hello?
owe it now. Now Rashad owes $1 because you cuss. Hey, is Rashad a good worker or a bad worker? That's what we want to
He's
know.
great. He's awesome.
You don't have to lie for him. You don't have to lie.
Definitely
We know that
not
Rashad.
lying.
What does Rashad do that makes him a great worker?
He gets his stuff done on time.
Oh my gosh. I know we're not talking about the same Rashad. We can't look at him. We can't be talking about the same Rashad. We can't be.
I'll do it real quick.
All right. All right, man. Go to work. Have a good day, brother. Love you, man. I appreciate it.
Yep, love y'all too.
All right, peace. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clap Blockers. I am your host, Stephen D. I had a great time. This was fun today. This was a really fun show. I enjoyed debating the list. You get 5 more tomorrow. I got to think about what I'm going to come up with next because this was fun. This was fun. I think over the next couple of days, I think you'll enjoy this list a little bit more. Wildin' Out Wednesday, Mortal Kombat Wednesday was a lot of fun. Thursday is Thursday tomorrow, and then Friday we get to finish up the list. We're gonna have it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So make sure you guys tune in for the next couple of days, and ladies, tune in for the next couple of days. It's good times. We're all family here. To the people that donated today, thank you very much for donating today. It goes such a long way into helping the channel grow. Can we get 2 more donations before the show's out? 2 more donations. Von Joe and Aldravius both donated $10. Can we get one $20 donation or 2 more $10 donations? Can we get somebody to beat or go right with Andravius and Von Joe? Can we get 2 more donations today is the real question. Can we get 2 more before we get off the air? I'll answer one question, and while I'm answering, we'll see if 2 more people donate. And let's see if we can get 2 more donations to end the day. And you guys can do it through Cash App or PayPal, or you guys can do it up here on the YouTube Super Chat. 2 more donations. Come on. Somebody can beat them. Who wants to beat it? Who wants to have the highest donation today? $11 makes you the highest donation today. That's all I'm saying. And then one person only has to donate $9. And then bam. Anybody? Anyone? You? Huh? 2 more donations? I'll answer one last question for the day. Anybody want to ask me anything they want, put it in the chat, and I will answer it. And while I'm answering it, we'll see if anybody donates the last 2 donations of the day. Anyone? Anyone? Estefan wanted people to know that his hot dogs were free, and he dropped 1 wiener on the ground and it rolled away. Oh, that's sad, Estefan. That's. Yeah, Chef Shu. I forgot about you, Chef Shu. I didn't mean to forget you. You also donated on Cash App. So can we get 2 more people to donate $10? AA's trying to speak it into existence. He didn't donate it, but he's trying to speak it into existence. One day, AA. 2 more donations. Let's get it up there. And I'll answer any question you got. Where's the question at? We'll see who the real winners are today. Anyone? I'm just waiting. Anyone? Okay. No one? Nobody? Nobody's even got a question? You can put it in the chat. All you gotta do, if you can't put it in the chat, then subscribe to the channel to put it in the chat. It's free to subscribe. I know, right? I know, Chef Shoe. I understand. I get it. Okay. All right. Nobody's got a question for me. Nobody? Going once, going twice. Just trying to end the show on a high note, y'all. 2 more donations and a question. Nobody even wants to ask Steven, what do you think about whatever? I will tell you, I did watch the first part 1 of season 4 of Stranger Things. Awesome. Super excited for July 1st. So I can watch part 2. Stranger Things was absolutely amazing. I'm excited about it. I still haven't seen Top Gun yet. I'm excited. I'm going to hopefully go see that. I might even see that today. I don't know. I got some stuff to do. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Nothing here, folks. Nothing to see here, it looks like. All right, guys. One more donation. Even if it's $1. Let's end it on a high note today. Come on. And I'll answer any question you got. Bootleg. Do they even do bootleg anymore, AA? Can you still watch something on bootleg? Bootleg doesn't exist anymore, does it? That's not a thing. No, nothing. All right. I've been told to go. All right, y'all. I had fun today. I tried to do it. I guess I can't. Y'all are just waiting for tomorrow. I get it. I understand it. That's what it is. Philip Peak. All right. Philip Peak asks, how many points will the Dolphins average per game next year? There's your question. Let's see here. I truly believe, Philip, that I think we averaged 20 points per game last year, and I think we're a touchdown better. So I think we're going to average 27 points per game this year, Philip Peak. 27 points per game this year, I think, is what the Dolphins do. Yeah. Because there's no way we upgraded the offense the way that we have and not at least get a touchdown better. None. We got to. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with a touchdown better. All right. Anybody want to donate while I was answering that last question? No? All right. 27 points. I appreciate the question, Mr. Philip Peak. Thank you for the question. If you'd like to donate to the channel, help the channel grow, you guys can do it through the links here on Cash App and PayPal that I just put in the chat. All donations are welcome. If you want to do it through the YouTube Super Thanks after this is over, you guys can still donate up there using the Super Thanks.
A lot of different ways you guys can do it, or if you're doing it right now, just get it in before it's over. I want to thank the people that did donate today. Von Joe, Andravius. I think I had one more. I think I had a $5 donation earlier. If I missed you, I apologize. No, just them. And then I had a Chef Shoe donate. Yeah, so 3 donations today. Appreciate it. Chef Shoe, Von Joe, and Andravius. Thank you for your donations today. Much appreciated. Very grateful. And yeah, I appreciate all y'all. Y'all the best fans in the world. Keep it going. We'll be back right here tomorrow on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network, home of the #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.